Do you know offhand?
I'll look.
And we're live.
This. Wait, no, is
I
this
asked
menu?
Will if we could have ABBA for the for when we're in town, but he said no. So unfortunately, that's not happening this week.
Hmm.
This is a no
What?
ABBA stream.
ABBA?
Do you know what ABBA is?
Of course I do. Let's explain for Foxy's sake.
Tra-
though.
Travelers Clothes.
Have you ever watched Mamma Mia?
No, I've never seen Mamma Mia.
Bro,
missing
Travelers
this
out.
Clothes
fucking
weigh
guy.
4 pounds.
Thank you.
You're missing
I know.
out on something
I'm
great.
a monster.
Okay, so ABBA is a really, really famous European band. They sang very popular hits such as Mamma Mia, Waterloo, etc.
Dancing Queen.
Nope, never heard of
Takes
that
it
one.
all.
Never heard of that one. Doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
Will, how much money do I have? Because obviously it's not 10 gold,
Wait,
right?
while we're getting ready for the game to start, I'm gonna play some ABBA.
How much gold did Mish have?
Whatever, we didn't split it yet, but whatever we were gonna split.
Okay, yeah, so whatever you're gonna split.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like a fuckload.
And if you want, you can listen with me on Spotify to some good ABBA while we're getting ready.
Hmm. Will, so it says I can have a bronze discus or a leather ball. Can the leather ball be like a medicine ball, like for working out?
If you want to carry around it like a
You should be able to
20-pound
listen.
medicine ball all the time, then sure.
Sick, okay.
Sick.
It's like actually some of the best music ever made.
Wait, what?
ABBA. It baffles my mind that there are people who have never watched Mamma Mia.
Oh, ABBA. Yes.
Imagine pronouncing things differently. How dare you? Who do you think you are?
Yeah, imagine saying tomato when it's tomato.
Okay, you should be able to
Aluminum.
listen along on Spotify now.
Thanks, but I don't do listening.
I
For
love
losers?
ABBA.
Okay, well that's nice.
I'll join you after Mamma Mia.
Okay, Will, I got everything set up for my character, so I'm just gonna.
Lovely. Okay, well once everybody's into Foundry,
Oh shit! Sorry. Yeah, I forgot
you
the
guys
numbers.
can roll initiative, and then we'll get started. Actually, you don't need to roll initiative. We'll do that later.
Bye.
Just for today.
Nice combat music, Will.
This isn't combat music.
Are we
I'm
fighting
actually not
someone?
listening to it, so I don't know.
Sure fucking sounds like combat
Sorry,
music.
jeez.
Can you put on the Wizard 101 OST?
Okay, it said
If
the
you do that, I'm
capital, so I
leaving.
assumed it would be
Why?
like.
Imagine
city.
spelling my
Try
character's
this one.
fucking name wrong, Will.
You said Carrow.
And what did you write?
Carrow.
Is that true?
That's
I
a
see
K.
both. I
That's a
see
K
both.
right
I-
there.
I see a K.
Oh my
It's-
god! I swear to God. Okay, I wrote it right on your token. Look, 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 look.
Thank
I
you.
wrote
It's
it
a
right on your
frog.
token.
A tree frog.
Did anyone see how big that frog was? It's massive.
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
He's gonna eat us all.
Jack
not-
in
I'm
the
not-
City.
I'm not actually playing a frog. It's just like representative of my character.
If
Don't worry
only
about
there
it.
was some kind of
There you go. I fixed it.
guild specifically
you,
for
Will.
killing giant monsters.
Oh no, an amphibian.
Oh no, an amphibian. See, it's fixed. I told you.
Kara.
Thank you,
Um,
friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna start setting up my macros.
So is everybody ready?
yeah, I guess so.
Oh shit, guys, sorry, I dropped my dice.
Does anybody want to
Never get old.
give an update of what happened last week, or do
No.
you want me to do it?
No, you do it.
Oh yeah.
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. So last time on Dragon Ball Z,
We went into
Uh,
cave. I can do it. Should I do it?
okay, go for it.
Last week we took a mission. We went into a cave. We found a Gorgon. We killed the Gorgon without looking at her, and Mish died. And I wanted his hammer, and they didn't let me shatter the statue. So now we're coming back.
And did you want to give a reminder of the people you met last week?
We met a small dude, a big dude, a girl, another girl who we killed, a bookman, and that's about it.
Do you have names, or do you need me to give those to you?
Dave and Buster, we didn't get the girl's name. I called them Gorgon Celeste, and the other guy is just Books.
It's just Books.
No, I forget what his name was. I'll be honest.
I forgot what his name was too. I'll go look for it.
I said I'll remember your name forever,
Will,
Books.
question.
You did.
Yeah.
And you forgot.
My character's weapon isn't on the sheet.
What weapon does he
Um,
use?
A dagger.
It's
Oh no, he
definitely
did.
on
It
the
is.
sheet.
It is. Sorry, it was
Why
hidden.
can't I hear any
Yeah.
music playing?
My bad.
Book boy's name is Ephrail.
Yeah, Book
Yeah, that's
Boy.
what it was.
Books.
I had that written down.
Nice, good
I
job.
said Ephrail. Elf book nerd is what I put next to the name.
Health book nerd. Wow.
Fitting.
We'll just
Okay.
call him Books. We'll give him a nickname.
Just call him Books.
Call him
So,
Books.
you guys just emerged from the mines. So where to?
We gotta go give this Gorgon head to Books.
Yeah.
It's a Medusa.
Oh, we gotta go give this Medusa head to Books.
All right. So are you headed back to the guild's tavern?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way. It is well into the night now. After having waited for it to be dark and going through your encounter with the Medusa, also known as Celeste.
Don't forget it.
But when you get there, you do see that Ephrail is still sitting in the corner, and it looks like everyone's just sort of like winding down for the night. Like the last couple people are making their way out, and the bartender's like cleaning up a little bit. It is a weeknight.
Oh yeah, it's a school.
But if you
Yeah.
make your way, over to Ephrail, he's sitting in his corner with the books, and he has like a little, seems like a magic light, like glob of light that's just floating in the air above him, to help him see in his dark corner. And as you approach him, he looks up and says, "Oh, you're back. How did it go?"
It went great, Books. We have the head for you, but let's think of a safe way all of us can give it to you
Drop
without
it
everyone
on the
dying.
table. Oh yeah, can confirm.
Don't look at its eyes, even if
Don't
it's dead.
look at its eyes even when it's dead.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Well, he sort of like reaches down on the ground and like picks up his backpack and sort of just like awkwardly holds it open.
Can I rip a piece of my clothing to make like a blindfold for the Medusa?
I mean, it is already covered in like your tiger pelt.
Yeah, but I'd like my tiger pelt back. I don't want to give him my tiger pelt.
I mean, you could probably like drop it in the bag and then like take
Yeah,
the
but I
tiger
don't
pelt
want
off.
him to like open it later and die.
I mean, that's his
That sounds
problem.
more. That's more. Yeah, that sounds more like a him problem.
I'm trying to get with Books. I don't want him to
We're
just
giving him the
die.
head. Yeah. Well, if you give it without the tiger pelt, he will remember that.
True. Maybe he'll try and like find me and try and return the tiger pelt. All right, I give him the Medusa head with tiger pelt.
Tiger pelt and all. Okay. So he says thank you, and then he sort of looks at his watch and he's like, "Oh man, look at the time. I guess I just lost track." And he starts to pack up all his books, and he sort of stacks them all up really neatly, and then like snaps his fingers, and they all like just sort of magically like collapse into one little book, and then he picks it up and heads out.
That's why we call them Books.
Swoon.
Wow. I guess let's go to the end.
Yeah, I mean, let's.
Who do we
Head
have
on
to
back-
like tell that
head on
we
back to the
killed?
end for the night.
Because we killed the Medusa. How do we get that gold?
So you had the like poster,
Yeah.
which would have said,
Who to talk to?
it gave you an address,
Let me
and it
think
said proof of kill required.
We just
Oh,
gave away the
fuck.
head. Do we have anything else?
We could go back and get the body.
Would the body still be there?
I imagine it didn't just, evaporate.
Someone
Maybe we
else
can
might
just
try and take it
video-
before us. And just say that they killed her for the money. We have to
Can
go.
we chase down books real quick and maybe get like a locket of snake hair?
Those think
Sure.
we-
Yeah, you could just chase them out the door.
But maybe they'll think that we
Cool.
just killed some snakes and took their heads. Oh, it's a they problem. Let's go.
I feel like you.
We'll be like, hey, we
They're
cut
like-
off the hair. We found out if you look at it when it's dead, you still turn to stone. Here's the bit: the body's in the mine.
Okay. Sounds doable.
Next to our friend who is a statue. You can't miss him. He has a giant hammer.
All right, so are you guys gonna head over there now, or
We gotta go to
in the
books
morning?
and take the hair.
Well, the address was.
If you if you chase down books, he's just on his way out the door, but you can grab him and be like, hey wait, I mean,
Hell yeah.
need it,
We can
and then
get,
you're just gonna cut
more
off
than-
a couple of snakes.
yeah, a couple snake lockets.
Okay. Locks.
Locks of snake hair.
And then
Good-
sorry, heading over
good
there
work,
tonight
Ray.
or tomorrow?
Well, it was
Tomorrow,
like
it's
a,
way
it was
too
like a
late.
house, right? It was like a house, so maybe not tonight.
Yeah.
You wouldn't really know whether it was a house or not. You just had an address.
Oh, either way, if the guild is closing up, we can probably go there.
Yeah, it's
tomorrow.
going to sleep for like the 1 hour a day it does.
Yeah.
They're just taking a lunch break.
Okay. So, if you were heading back to the tavern for the night, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can do a long rest, I guess.
We gotta do a drink and then we gotta pour one out for Mish.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do that here or?
At one
Yeah.
of the tavern.
Oh yeah, we should do it at the guild, right?
No, I'm not drinking one of those nasty shots. though.
No, I mean there's more than just that.
It's what he would have wanted.
That's what I'm thinking, like.
So sorry, what are we doing?
So, do you guys want to have a drink here or
Let's
at
have
the
one
tavern
last
thing?
drink here and then go
Yeah.
to sleep because they're about to
Yeah.
close up, so they'll just serve us one thing.
Okay.
Okay, so if you head over to the bar, the same bartender who's been there the other nights you've been in here, looks at you and goes, "We're just about to close up, so whatever it is, let's make it quick."
Yeah, one round of shots of
Literal
no.
poison.
No, poison. I don't want to die.
of I don't know, whiskey, I guess. Not that black stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Make it 4
And-
Hey,
shots.
A fourth one for our late.
oh,
Ish.
late. I was just about to ask what happened. As she grabs 4 shot glasses and fills each of them with some liquor.
Well,
He wants to tell the story.
I can't think of a funny way to put it.
Edward
Yeah.
begins to like sob loudly and start. If only he didn't look into its eyes. If only.
cartoonishly.
She looks at Damaris and Cruella just like, is he good? She
Went
doesn't
after
say
a
that. She just
Medusa.
she just gives you the look.
I just kind of like shake my head, I guess, and then down the shot.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry guys. This one's on the house tonight.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We did not get her name yet. I don't
Fuck, you guys just say I died every day.
I'm pretty sure it's Molly.
It is Molly. Yep.
Wait, I thought we were having vodka. Now we're having Molly too.
What?
So confused.
It's what he would have wanted.
That's what he would have wanted.
All right. Well, I'm sorry to hear
Let's
that,
do it.
guys.
Thanks, Molly.
Have a good night.
Good night.
And I guess we pour one out. I don't know if that's...
You literally just pour it on the floor, but that'd
I
be
know,
rude to do in
but-
her shop.
If
So
you-
maybe
I'll lay down
outside.
on the floor, you pour it into
She
my
grabs
mouth.
it. She grabs it for you and pours it on the floor.
Okay, cool.
What a nice gesture.
Because you guys head back to the inn for the night. You can each
Yeah.
mark off 5 silver for the inn stay.
I apparently don't keep track of my money anymore.
You should probably do that.
You have at least 50 gold on your person.
Okay.
So anyway, in the morning, you head to the address, sort of trying to navigate your way around town, and it's sort of in a business district of town, and you open the door and it seems to be some sort of like office, but there's just one guy in there. He's a dwarf, and he's dressed quite nicely, but he has his head down in some papers. And doesn't seem to notice you yet.
Which one of you guys has the snakes?
What are we sneaking for?
No, snakes.
Snakes.
Let's say I have the snake hair.
You okay there, Sean?
Yeah.
Let's
Okay,
say I
one
have the
sec.
snake hair. I walk up to the door.
Edward has.
I have 2 snakes in my hand.
In each hand. One in each hand.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I walk in, 1 snake in each hand, and I say, "Hello, sir. I think we solved your Medusa problem."
He looks up at you and goes, "Oh, great, man. That's just, yeah. It's been a crazy monster presence in the mountains lately. I don't know what's going on. It's been really hard for business. Can't find people who want to work. So I really appreciate you taking care of that problem for me."
No problem. This piece of paper says you'll pay us.
Oh, right. Of course. He gets up what he's doing and goes into like a back room and then comes out with a small bag of coins with your 100 gold reward, and you'll each gain 500 XP for completing the quest.
Yes, 500. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go.
You said 100 gold?
100 gold. Yep.
Wait, you said 100 gold?
That is what I said. Yes. So that's 33 for each of you, except for one of you who will get 34.
I'll take 34. I don't feel like I did
Did...
much.
Oh, damn it.
Fine.
No, you did a lot of the talking.
He says, "I take it the snakes are your
Yeah.
insurance for me." Wow.
Yep.
Do you want
Did
one?
you dispose of the head?
Yes.
Yep. If you look at it, still turns you to stone. It's under our R&D team at the guild right now. Body's still in the mine.
Okay.
With
right,
some
well,
other
you know.
dwarven statues. You
The
might
body
want
we can deal with.
to clear those out.
Yeah, it's tough, but we'll get them dealt with.
Excellent.
Um,
Any
all
other
right, well-
chests you need disposing of?
No, not at the moment, but thank you. I'll be sure to let you guys know if I need anything else.
We have to go back to the guild to get more monster quests.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Maybe he had something under the table. I don't know.
I need to go back to the
Rogue.
library to return my library book.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that easily enough.
I would
Just-
like to get rid of one but keep the other.
Which? Oh, okay. Well, obviously.
I don't need the snake lady anymore.
Wonderful. Okay. So after you return your library book, where are you guys headed?
Probably
I'm
back to the guild.
I guess
Assuming
we'll
the
go back to
guild,
the
yeah.
guild. I need to make more money. I've discovered that things cost a lot of that.
Things do tend to cost,
Wait, so
especially
what
the
did we-
magical variety.
So did I
Yeah,
take the
especially
34
in math.
gold?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought you did.
Are we gonna split the money now, or are we gonna just keep it one big sum?
Let's wait until at least you're introduced to split the
Okay.
money.
Wait,
Better move.
Which I guess, like, I don't know, but whatever.
Sean, don't worry about technicality.
So you head back, and it's sort of midday by now, getting to midday, and there's a little bit more activity in the guild. You see some familiar faces, books in the corner, reading. You guessed it, books.
Love
And
that.
you actually notice the guy who gave Mish a bit of a hard time last time you guys were talking to Dave, Buster, and the elf woman. He's in there again, again with a sort of like a hulking pile of plate armor and sword and shield at his feet as he sits at his booth, drinking his beer. But as you guys come in and find a place to sit, he comes over to you guys.
Oh man, what do we do?
And he
Hello.
says, "Hey guys, I know you're sort of new around here, so I thought I'd try to help you all a little bit. This was on the board. I thought it might be good for you." And he hands you a piece of paper.
I snatch the paper and peruse
Don't
it.
snatch it. He's being nice.
Well, if you put it on the table, I
Oh.
Yeah,
I deftly grab it. How about that?
yeah. So it says, private contractors wanted for ongoing business relationship. Come to this address and say you're here to speak with Mr. Gimlin.
That's all it says.
Yeah, that's all it says. And he says,
Raise an eyebrow.
yeah, after you read it, he says, most of us have these sort of ongoing deals going with various people in the city. It's good to sort of build up your reputation and your relationships, and obviously monetarily beneficial. Just a common practice. I thought you guys might like to take a shot at it.
So, like, people throughout the city will hire us individually for special jobs.
The point is you have like one repeat customer who works like exclusively with you.
Okay, so is this Mr. What did you say the guy's name?
Mr. Gimlin.
Mr. Gimlin. Is
It's like a
your repeat
multi-level
client?
thing.
No, it was on the board and I saw it and I thought I'd save it for you guys.
Mm.
Oh, I gotcha. Is there?
And,
There's not a reward on here. I assume it just says go talk to this dude.
Yeah, go talk to him. And
Uh,
typically the people looking for this kind of service are well-to-do, and they'll be able to put you in good status in this city.
Excellent. Do you know who this guy is?
It's like a reverse mafia.
No, never heard of this guy in particular. But I guess you'll find out what's what.
I can do that. Thank you, Mr.
Just Harris. Harris. That's fine.
Harris.
And I know you guys are new here, but I noticed last time you didn't tip Molly. That's sort of expected around here. Generosity is sort of how we do it. He pats you on the shoulder and goes back and sits at his table.
I think this is important. Should we follow up on it?
Hell yeah. I'm gonna put some feelers out to see who the fuck this guy is, though.
Should we tip Molly now for every time we didn't tip her before?
Walk over there
Give
and
her a
give her an
big tip.
informational tip.
Yeah.
Mm.
Be like, hey, Molly, don't eat the yellow snow.
We'll give her an IOU. We'll put it on our tab
An IOU for how much?
for how much we owe her in tips.
All right. So what do you guys want to do?
I guess we can. I don't know.
Well,
I
how
was
long
thinking
did...
about using my. Where the fuck is it? Cat. criminal contact to get some info on this dude.
Sure. So are you gonna go just out into the city and?
Yeah, I guess spend some time.
Yeah, for sure. So that'll probably take you a good amount of the day,
Okay.
like at least a couple hours.
Okay.
Is there anything that either of you guys want to do while he's off doing that?
I'll go talk to Books.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, sure. And what about Creelidas?
I'm
Would
just
she-
gonna sit in the guild area and just like listen to different conversations.
Just hang out? Sure. Is there anything you're listening for in particular? That you?
Well, I kind of want
trying
to
to
hear
hear?
Edward's conversation because I think that that's interesting, but also
Okay, sure.
see if maybe nothing in particular right now. No.
Okay, so just to be clear, Damaris will leave to go try to talk to his people, and you guys are just gonna hang out here until he's done.
Yeah.
Okay. So Edward's going over to talk to Ephrael.
To Books.
All right. So as per usual, he's in his corner table, surrounded by a large stack of books, as always. Like, it's kind of comical how many books he has. But when you get over to him, what do you want to say?
Hey Books, have you read this book? And I point the cover at him, and it's Voracious Appetite Volume 1.
I have not read that one. No.
But it's so good. I open up the page and point to the page where it's basically Twilight. This is Twilight in this world. So I'm just showing.
This
I'm
is Twilight?
introducing him to Twilight.
All right. He reads the page real quick, and goes, isn't that for? You know what? Never mind. Why don't you tell me what it's about?
So this one girl has to move back in with her dad and go to a completely different school, and then she falls in love with a vampire, and then she's like, bite me, and then they have a kid.
That's a
Oh
very
wow, that
summarized.
escalates quickly. Well, I'm not much of a fiction reader. I sort of have my plate full with the non-fiction variety, but maybe next time I'm looking for some entertainment, I'll pick that one up.
Good call. And I walk back down to Criella.
All right. Well, we gotta wait a little while.
You didn't even ask him anything about the Medusa. You just talked about your Twilight book and
He
then
needs to
awkwardly
know.
walked away.
Sean, Edward is terrible at flirting.
He's doing his best. He was raised by tigers.
Yeah.
That's fair, I guess.
Fair enough. If you're listening in on conversations,
Mhm.
roll a perception check for me.
Okay.
Gonna find the criminal contact. Oops, I dropped my dice.
Whoa.
Sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, oh my god.
I was like, oh my god, did I do that? Because our colors are similar.
Okay,
Okay,
18. The general like talk is sort of what you would normally hear in a bar full of like hyper competitive men.
Mhm.
But every once in a while you get a little bit more insightful conversation. Typically about the state of the city. And people are talking. There are a lot of names that get mentioned that you've never heard before, that seem like various important people throughout the city,
Mhm.
and you get a sense that that there's sort of some political movement going on, but since you're not familiar with the people or anything like that. It's hard to decipher exactly what's going on, but your best guess is that there's sort of some stirrings politically, and people are starting to try to make power moves. But it's not in the like coup type, just in the like
Not yet.
Running for office type.
sort of like running for
situation.
office and sort of like company acquisitions and stuff like that. So people just things to do with shifts of power
Okay.
sort of generally going on.
I need to tell Books to give me my pelt back.
No assaults on Capitol Hill or anything.
Well,
like
you
that.
kind of ruined.
No,
that one.
the castle is not being stormed.
By its own people.
Yeah.
We're getting to the political side of this campaign.
Who could imagine?
We're gonna have to run for office in this mafia world.
So if
For all years.
if Damaris is out speaking with his criminal contacts in the city, can I get an investigation check from you?
Yeah.
Can I ask Books to give me my pelt back?
Yeah, sure. He has it with him. He figured you would want it back. He actually gave it to you at the end of your conversation. He said, "Hey, I think you might want this back."
Thanks.
And he handed
That's
it
my
to you.
mom. And I put it back.
Oh my god, you make this so awkward. I'm cringing on the other side of the bar listening to that.
Huh? As he just like adjusts his glasses and then like looks back to his work.
That's my mom. That's what you're gonna go
27.
with.
That's my
Okay.
mom.
So as you talk to your various people, making use of your thieves' cant, and talking to various people in your criminal network, the name is not one that a lot of people know. It's someone sort of new in town, hasn't really done a whole lot of business, but what you do hear about him is generally positive. He is some sort of merchant that moves goods around, but he just hasn't been around too long, so people don't know much about him.
All right. Is he rich though?
He, from what people know, he's not like absurdly wealthy, but he's certainly no slouch. He owns a good amount of property. His merchant company is worth a decent amount of money. It moves a good amount of product. But he's not in the like new aristocracy of the city just yet.
All right.
So I assume you reconvene, and probably relay that to your group.
Yeah.
And with that, did you want to head over there?
Yeah, so unless somebody else wants to do something else. Don't laugh at me.
All right, I'll take that as a yes. So you guys head over into the fancier part of town, towards a decently large, certainly not the largest house around, but a very nice large house. You knock on the door, and after waiting a few moments, a human woman in a sort of like servant's outfit comes to the door and says, "Yes, how may I help you?"
Yes, we're here to speak to Mr. You said Ginsley, right? I'm not.
Gimlin.
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 Why do I keep saying Ginsley?
Mr.
Because that's the name of someone in something else. Or Gimli.
Yeah, Gimli's the name of a dwarf in Lord of the Rings.
I'm combining them together for some reason.
Yeah, so she says, sure, just one moment, and closes the door behind her. And as you wait at the door for a couple of moments, she comes back and she says, Mr. Gimlin is busy right now, but he's invited you back for dinner if you'll come.
Okay.
Yeah, why not?
And she sort of looks you up and down and says, "And you do well to clean up a little bit."
I wink.
She's sort of like offended by it, and closes the door in your face.
Because you're a tiefling, remember?
Well, I was using my roguish charm.
Oh, okay.
You were,
Well,
like,
I'm
looking
gonna-
at her from,
Actually,
like,
you know what? You know
halfway on
what?
the floor.
We're retconning that. Roll a charisma check.
A charisma check?
You're a tiefling,
Maybe
remember?
you
Oh
can-
shit, I'm a tiefling.
You can
Oh shit!
you can swoon the mage.
Fuck, I don't have a good charisma. Ah.
Yeah, no, she looks a little bit offended, and gently slams the door in your face.
Well, I guess we need to go around town and look for some clothes to wear that are appropriate for this dinner.
It's gonna cost us a fortune.
Hopefully they'll let me and Damaris in.
Damn, if only you guys had a couple thousand platinum to work
Yeah,
with.
wait, are we rich in this playthrough?
Yeah, if only.
You've got a pretty hefty sum of money at your disposal.
Let's
All
buy
right,
whatever
let's go
we
find
want.
some clothes, and then it's a montage of us going through all the stores.
Yeah, so you go to a shopping montage, and Krill is making Damaris and Edward carry all of her bags, and they like
Yeah.
fall over. But no, so if you guys are gonna look for some fine clothes, that's gonna cost you 15 gold each.
Damn.
Yeah, these be fancy ass clothes though.
So you guys after your shopping montage, you get dressed and you head back over. Knock on the door again. And once again the same woman comes to the door and lets you in, and this time she guides you through the house over to the side and into a large dining room with a very like a comically long table, and seats you at one end, and after a couple of minutes she comes back bringing someone else with her. And so, as Arel, as your character enters the room, would you like to describe him to the others?
So you see a well-dressed, think like the size of a goblin, but it's a frog, so like a froglin, for lack of a better term. And as he's walking in, he's tossing up old berries or some sort of snack and snatching up with this frog from midair.
Is he like humanoid or is he still more frog-like with his like?
He's think goblin but frog.
Like frog face, frog hands, sort of deal.
Okay.
Yeah, but still like bipedal.
Okay.
So as Caro takes his seat among the rest of you at one end of the table, is there anything anyone would like to say to each other?
Good morrow, friend.
Hello?
Hello.
Friend,
Hello.
have I met you?
I don't believe we have.
Can I say in thieves can't? Can I say? Did you get to see the sunrise today? Which I'm meaning to translate to. Do you understand thieves can't?
So you to
Do you
general,
understand?
general deal is what you say in common has to be about 4 times as long as what you say in these camp.
Okay. Do you understand his 3 words? Did
Yeah,
you
so-
see the?
So you're
Sunrise.
just generally talking about like the weather or something.
Yeah, no, that's right. Did you see the sunrise this morning? That's 8 or 9 words, and
Yeah,
do you
fair enough.
understand the 3 words?
Cool. And my response is nothing to do with that. It's all about taxes. and
Interesting.
I say yes. I understand these can't.
So to the outsiders of the conversation, you hear Frog Boy talking about the sunrise in the morning, and then Damaris replies back with like something about taxes. So it's a little bit jarring.
Can I? I'm gonna look at you quizzically for your choice of words, but nod.
I like to go in the most roundabout way possible.
Nice. So, as you guys are conversing at the table, after another moment, the servant woman leads yet another group of people in, and it's what you recognize to be Dave and Buster and their other friend.
Or is this a hunting party?
And
I let out a comedically loud sigh.
and as you as he enters the room, walking on his own this time, Dave sees you and like dramatically rolls his eyes.
Careful, you might get a migraine.
And you hear as they sit down, you hear Buster lean over, still even in their seat, still towering over Dave, lean over and whisper, "It's so loud." Did you guys have anything you want to say to these guys?
If I have to explain the joke, there is no joke.
Yeah, so
Well, do I know Dave and Buster and the rest?
I don't know, you decide.
Can I know them?
Sure.
I'm just gonna hold a hand up silently as if to say hello.
And Dave and Buster, but like Dave nods to you and Buster like full on waves. And the woman just looks generally uninterested.
The woman is just there.
And as you all sit on at one end of this comically long table, sort of generally conversing. At the other end of the room, you hear a door open and shut. You don't see anything. And then after a moment, the chair at the very far away on the other end of the table pulls out, and climbs up into it. Is a little gnome in purple robes. And he goes, glad you could all join me tonight. But he's like a good 20 feet away from all of you, at least.
So do we even hear him?
you all hear him.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming. I'm just a little bit new to the city, and I'm trying to find people I like to work with. So how about you all introduce yourselves to me? Well, okay, I shouldn't get ahead of myself. Let me introduce myself. My name is Wigan Gimli, and I'm new to this city, but I've come bringing some business, and along with that business, I have certain needs for strong people to do certain things. And that's why I've called you all here tonight. So, how about you go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'll stand up for a second, push myself up above the table, but because I'm short, but just my head is just barely above the table. And I'll go. The name is Carol Hoplong. I like to climb monsters, and I like to kill monsters. And then I sort of pause as if I'm trying to think of what else to say, but I have nothing else to say. So after a 10-second just standing there silently, I'll sit back down.
Pleasure to meet you, Caro.
Sean, your mic is messing up.
Is it?
It's hitting us with the.
No.
I was just making sure you weren't disconnected and you're trying to talk the whole time.
No, we're still here.
So as you guys make your way around the table introducing yourselves, you get Dave introduces himself and Buster, and the elf woman whose name you finally learn is Elodie, but she just says her name and nothing else. She says, my name is Elodie, and then sits back down. And so as some butlers bring out the first course of the meal, he hasn't begun to talk business. He's just generally making small talk. And unless any of you guys want to push him on that, he's just going to continue making small talk for now.
I'll push him on that.
Okay, what do you say?
Like, hey, so we got your flyer, and you're new, and you need some strong people. I look at my guys and I wink, and I completely ignore Dave and Buster.
Am I included in the wink?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
You did say you
haven't
were
been
our
you,
friend.
you haven't been asked to us yet, so
You know what? I'll take that victory. That's a small victory for me.
And-
Will like NXP for being included in the wink.
it's more so to like piss Dave and Buster or Dave off more to include the new guy, well, our new guy, and what exactly did you have in mind, or what's going on? What needs doing?
Well,
I'm a doer.
naturally. All of our business endeavors have certain different requirements. Occasionally need a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But if we must get down to it, I've been looking for something for a very long time. Now, a friend of mine has recently informed me that he might know where it is. So, I am needed in this city for my business. And I'm giving this opportunity to each of you. If you can go out and bring me back what I'm looking for, then we'll consider it a business relationship. And I will come to you for all of my future needs.
Oh, what are you looking for?
So he says, when I was young, I used to have in my possession something called the Mask of Maravesta. It's a very powerful magical artifact, and I lost it. I've been looking for it ever since.
My
And,
my
I
ears
need
perked up with that.
each of you to go and retrieve it for me.
Is it like a competition?
Well, if you must make it a competition, then a competition it shall be.
Where is it?
So, I received word from an old friend in Riverreach, town up north. He says there's been some stirrings in the area, and he thinks the mask is somewhere around there. It'll be up to you to find it.
What? Aside from it being a mask, what is it? Is it a
Well, it's quite-
dangerous magical artifact?
As all magical artifacts tend to be, it does have certain dangers associated. Now, I would warn you, if you find it, don't put it on. That won't end well for anybody. But in terms of the exact capabilities, I think I'll keep that to myself for now.
Okay. Any distinct physical characteristics that we need to keep an eye out for?
Well, let me think. It's a mask. It's red. And it looks sort of like, perhaps the face of a wolf or some similar animal.
Ribbit.
And it's somewhere in this town or in the outskirts of the town?
We have a reason to believe that the mask is somewhere in that area.
So, was it stolen or lost?
It was lost.
Was it?
Lost to a thief?
And I and I look around and I'm like, was it stolen and then lost?
Just lost.
So there isn't anybody specifically that would be trying to keep this from you or anything.
No.
to my friend group, and I fully turn my back to Dave.
Can I slink into the friend group you're looking at?
Yeah.
Say, okay.
And I'm sorry, I forgot Caro.
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 That's all right.
All right. What are you saying?
Before they do this, because those guys hate us for a reason I can't possibly fathom. But they're gonna try and take all this money from us. So, wait, you're paying us for this, right?
Should you bring it back to me, you will certainly be getting a hefty reward.
So he's paying us for this. We got to bring it back here before they bring it back here. Or if they have it, we show up at the same time and we all get paid. But I'd rather not do that option.
Well, you guys are both thieves, are you not? You could just steal it from them. If they stole it.
Thieves? Who here is the thief? I look around.
I
Nudge you,
look
come
around.
on, I've known you for
I look around, but in the wrong direction.
Yeah, like I look behind me and nobody's there. Like
I look at the food, looking for a thief.
I strategically reacquire lost items like this mask.
And I strategically bust skulls. Okay, so I've heard enough.
Yeah.
I'm ready to hop into it if you guys are.
Did you just say that on purpose?
Yes, he's been doing that all the time.
What are you talking about? I don't. What
I'm just looking at the frog face while you say that. And it's stopping.
Come on,
You haven't stopped looking at the frog. Like
there is no.
I've never seen this type of person before.
Let's just leap into
Sean
action.
hasn't talked in a while. Is you?
I'm right here. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
I just want to make sure you're.
We're just checking.
We really should periodically check. We need like a safe word or something.
Yeah, we should talk. We should bring Sean into the conversation more. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna ask, hey, what's your deal?
Hey, what's your
This one, I'm really good with the ideal that's happening.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, what's your deal?
What's my deal?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I thought you said ordeal.
That's him. Yep.
So what's your deal?
Hey, Caro, ask him about his tiger pelt.
I don't have my tiger.
Yes,
What
you
tiger
do.
pelt?
You want to know about my tiger pelt?
No, I
Yes.
thought you did
Ask
get
me
it
about
back.
my tiger pelt.
No, he got it back.
You got it back.
Yeah, I'm
And he
wearing
might
it.
not be wearing it because we're wearing fancy clothes.
I'm wearing it on top of my fancy.
Okay, well, as I was saying earlier, let's hop to it. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I guess so. But maybe we should. Are we done eating dinner? Or are we
No, you're on like the first course of presumably.
Oh shit.
Uh,
I was
a decent
super
dinner.
rude.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say that I'm done the first course. Can I ask Buster to arm wrestle? Is that okay, Will?
When you do, Buster gets like really excited. He's like, "Yeah."
Let's do it again. Okay.
I make enough room and I eat my food while watching this
So
spectacle.
Athletics?
Wiggin over at the end of the table is a little bit displeased at the fact that you're arm wrestling at his dinner table.
Wait. If he's displeased, can I look over and say, "This is customary in Frogland culture. I'm sorry. It must be done after the first course."
Of course. Roll an athletics check.
Sure. Oh, only a 19. Damn.
That's a scary almost.
So you lock hands, and you have someone count 3, 2, 1, and he immediately slams your hand like into the table, and you're like, ah!
That's a cheater. He's cheating. Can I?
Did you call your mom? Because she called me.
You know, another one. Let's do it again.
Round 2, best of 3.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
roll another athletics check. this time you assure everyone that you just weren't ready, and this time as you lock hands and grasp together and struggle back and forth, you very slowly struggle his hand down to the table.
Okay. Best 2 out of 3. Come on, I gotta get my second win here.
He looks real mad, and he's sort of like, and it's like a little bit snarled, and you can roll another athletics check.
A ribbit.
Oh, wow.
So as he sort of like in anger, it's like almost screaming like as he struggles against your hand, and he is like putting his entire force into it, and he rolled a 20. His modifier is just not a 10, and so as you once again struggle his hand down, he sort of pouty aggressively stands up, pushing his chair back, and walks out of the room, visibly upset.
Buster, buddy, come on.
Keep in mind, he's like 7 feet tall and made of muscle, and you're like a 4-foot frog.
Can I go after him?
Sure.
I'm gonna say to the host that I'm sorry. This usually doesn't happen.
He looks a little bit displeased, but
I'll walk after Buster.
lets you go after him.
I keep eating my mashed potatoes.
All right, so as you guys finish the first course and the main course comes out, what's Caro saying to Buster?
Where do I find him?
He's just like walked into another room, and he's like walking back and forth, and it's like and just like punching at the air kind of. He's like real pissed off.
I go up to him and I say, "Listen, Buster, that might have been a loss today, but you're a big, tough guy, okay? You're gonna win a lot more battles in the future."
He sort of looks at you. He's like, "Yeah, I am a big, tough guy. Yeah."
Can I? Okay, I know that Barbarian Rage is like a combat thing. Can I go into a temporary rage just to get with him, like get in the same mood?
just get on his level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah. So he sort of he seems to have come out of his anger a little bit. His temper tantrum.
Rage in a great rage.
But you guys are now sort of like vibing off of each other. You like hop up off the ground to like chest bump him, and he like chest bumps you, and you like fly back into a wall.
I resisted the bludgeoning damage. It's fine. Can I for a second fall to the ground almost like dead, and fake death for like half a second, and then get back and be like, yeah.
And he's like, yeah.
Okay.
Buster will remember that.
Let's head back inside.
All right. So
you guys thought I was done fucking people. Now I'm fucking Buster.
God.
Let's go.
So you make your way back into the dining room and take your seat. And as you continue through your dinner, continuing to make a little bit of small talk, is there anything else anybody would like to ask your boy Wigan Gimlin? Okay, I'll take that as a no.
I'm just eating to gain back the calories I lost.
So
I start eating the chicken.
You continue through your meal, and once dessert comes out, he says to you guys, I sense a little bit of animosity here. I'm assuming you guys won't all be working together on this.
Ribbit.
If none of you say anything, Dave looks up and he's like, "Yeah, we'll bring you back the mask on our own." And with that, he, Buster, and Elodie stand up, and leave the room. And he also says, Well, how rude of them. Anyway, if you are on your way to Riverreach, it's quite a far journey. I might recommend taking some horses, and it's obviously up north, so warm clothing might be in order. But other than that, I bid you good night, and I hope to see you back with my mask soon enough.
What happened to Mishka Peldon's horse?
Mishka Pelnum's horse never technically existed. It's a figment of your imagination.
That's the problem with horses like that.
It's
They never
because it
existed.
was a second level spell I wasn't supposed to have. Wilts doesn't know the rules well enough to
Yeah.
call that ahead of time. That's okay.
I would've been horse.
So should we find horses in warm clothing?
Yeah.
So if you guys head out for the night, I assume you would be getting on that the next day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Nay.
Okay. So do we just want to do another shopping montage?
Sure.
Yes.
So
What are-
you go on another shopping montage, to collect your set of warm clothes, and you can mark down another 5 gold each, for your full sets of winter clothing.
Can
and
I,
in terms, yeah, go ahead.
Can I go to the library to return Voracious Appetite Volume 1 as I finish that book now?
Yeah, you can head and return Voracious Appetite. Now, are you going to take him up on his suggestion to get horses?
We probably should.
Yeah.
If he suggested
Are
that.
there any non-horse options?
Um,
Like a riding lizard or something? Especially because I'm smaller.
a riding lizard?
You can have a pony.
Probably not. You could get a pony though.
You're not.
How fast?
small do you think you are?
Just at a traveling speed, they'll go about the same. But like max speed, a horse will be way faster.
Are there like
It's also carrying capacity will be
giant
a lot
toad to
lower.
ride?
Sorry, say that again.
Find a giant toad to ride. Someone
I don't think you're gonna find any giant toads to ride in this city.
No, that's a giant toad eating someone, babe. Okay, so if we get a giant toad, I don't want anything. No, I'm kidding. I'll just take whatever we're all taking.
Let's go find some horses.
Sure. So if you head out sort of to the outskirts of the city, to find some horses, you make your way to a large stable, sort of towards the outskirts of the city, and there's a guy there who's perfectly happy to show you around the different horses, and he says, "Is there any particular use you have in mind? Just riding? Certainly, a war horse would be much more. I see you have some equipment on you. Is that something you're looking for?"
Ribbit.
Well, we're just going to the town of what was it,
Riverreach.
Riverreach. So I'm not sure what we'll need for the journey.
Well, just for making a journey, just be a riding horse. I have a couple of beautiful ones here. Just reached adulthood this year. I think they'd be lovely and up to the journey. So he introduces you to 4 horses. There's one that's all black, one that's brown,
Are there any that look like a
one
similar
that's part brown and part black, and one that's white.
Are there any frog horses? Well,
There are no frog horses.
is there animal-friendly frog paint in town?
Animal friendly frog like green paint.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna paint his horse. He's gonna paint his horse green. Oh my god.
You broke
I'm
it.
sorry.
Funny.
You could probably find green paint.
But-
I don't know about animal friendly.
How toxic would it be? Like, would it be okay if I have it on for a little bit?
The scientific community probably hasn't done a whole lot of study regarding paint at this
It
point in
depends on
history.
if it's lead-based or not.
If you want
And
a
if the
frog
horse eats it.
why don't you breed one? Make that your life goal.
1 second, I need a moment to think. 1 second. You guys get on. You guys buy your horses. I'm gonna think.
I'm gonna buy a horse.
Okay, so a horse will be 75 gold. And he's also going to ask you, do you need all of the various tack, or do you already own that? So like saddles, bridles,
saddles?
bags.
Probably
You don't currently have saddles. Would you like to buy some?
Sure.
So if you're going to buy bit and bridle plus a riding saddle plus saddlebags, that'll be another 20 gold each.
How do we like do the we're with the bank, right? Can we like charge it on our card?
Currently most of your money isn't in the bank. It's
has all
in
our
your bag
money?
of it's in your bag of holding. Which I think Damaris holds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention, after your conversation with Wigan, you each gain 500 XP.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
What's our XP total right now, just to make sure I'm with everyone?
I don't know.
I wasn't able to keep track of it because my stuff got reset. So someone else has to.
It's 12,500.
Thank you. So we're 2,000 away from leveling up.
Let's go.
Okay, Will.
Yep.
I'm not gonna get a green horse. I'm gonna get a brown horse.
Just a brown horse. Okay. So yeah, so it's 75 gold per horse, plus another 20 for like bit and bridle, saddle, and
Barding?
saddlebags.
Not including barding or including barding?
Barding is like armor
I'm
for a
aware.
horse. If you want barding, you would have to go to somebody else.
Like a smith.
But also, you're not buying war horses, so barding might sort of go to waste on a horse not
Regular
trained for
horses.
that.
How much is a war horse?
This guy doesn't sell war horses, but he can. If you're interested in one, he can point you to someone, and he guesses to be in the neighborhood of 400 gold.
You know, let's stick with what we got. Okay, I'll take the brownest horse you've got.
Okay,
I'll take the second brownest horse you got.
so Carol's getting the brown horse. Edward's getting the black and brown horse.
Okay.
And that leaves a black horse and a white horse.
I'll take the white horse.
And then Damaris will get the black horse.
I've got a
Um,
white horse, baby, and I'll write your name.
And that'll be 20 gold, or sorry, 95 gold each.
I have 10 gold.
That's lovely.
We never split the money.
Would you even have enough to buy a horse?
Can I sleight of hand my share of the money that I need from our bag?
You'd have to get the bag of holding and then get into it and then like count it out.
Who has the bag of holding? seen it.
Damaris.
Okay, can I just swipe a finger into the bag of holding? Sleight of hand?
I think we'll just be fine sharing the money.
Yeah, I think he'll let you do that. He's on the phone with
That's a
his
shame.
mom
I
right
would
now.
have succeeded.
Okay, well, yeah, 27. Sure, you can get a finger into the bag, but I mean, I don't know that you would know where the money is anyway.
You know, Will, we're just sharing the money. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly. So you each have your horses. What are you guys gonna name your horses?
Tiffany.
Lovely. Your horse is a boy.
Oh yeah,
Am I a boy or a girl?
what gender is my horse?
No, they can be whatever gender you want.
What gender is mine, Will?
Do you care?
I want to know.
It's a boy.
I want to name him Short Hopper.
Short hopper. Gotcha.
You gave him a
We have-
Batmobile.
Tiffany, short hopper.
Ooh, Pearl.
Pearl, gotcha. And I guess we'll get the last name later. So, you begin to plan out your journey to River Reach, and it's a long trip. It's about 400 miles, which
And,
means more than 2 weeks on the road to get there. And I'll say, whoever's holding the money can just mark another, like, I don't know. Let's say, another 50 gold for all of the supplies you'll need along the way, which would include like food, food for your horses, tents, etc., etc. And so as we get, we'll just get on to the road to River Reach, unless anyone has any objections or specific things they'd like to do while they're still in the city.
Okay, at the border of the city, can I acquire a bunch of leaves and use them to make a leaf cover for my horse to make it look green?
I know, but you have all of it.
That'll be an ongoing project that you can get started on.
Okay. We've got 2 weeks. I've got enough time in 2 weeks to make horse
Yeah.
leaf armor.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Did
Not
you get
really
all of the last bit of stuff we were talking about? Or do I need to just re-explain it to you quickly?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just got down.
Okay, yeah. So, you guys went and bought warm clothing, which was 5 gold,
5 gold.
and then 95 gold for your horse, saddlebags, that stuff. And you now have a black horse to name whatever you want.
I have a black horse.
Yep.
And I'll write your name.
What is all this? Is this money that we lost or gained?
Lost.
Okay. She just handed me a piece of paper with a bunch of gold on it.
And then since you're holding the money, I said we'll mark off an extra 50 gold for all of the various supplies you'll need, in terms of like food for your horses, tents, various other like wilderness supplies. Just assume you can get all of that, and so you'll get on your way unless anyone has anything they'd like to do while they're still in the city.
Yeah, I guess,
Is now a good time to go check out another book series?
If you want to grab one last book for your journey, you
yeah,
can.
dude, how long is this trip?
Longer than 2 weeks. It's 400 miles. So if you
Okay.
held a consistent pace, it would be about 17 days.
I go in and I want to grab a book about young wizards trying to make it in wizard school. What's the name of the book?
Wizard
It's called Andrew Smith.
Andrew Smith?
No, stop it. Stop it, Will.
Andrew Smith.
You can't
It's
get it.
about it's about a boy who didn't know he was capable of casting magic, but he finds out after accidentally casting Speak with Animals, and then makes his way to a wizarding school where he learns all various sorts of magic.
50, 20
Andrew
Um,
Smith, Magic
times
Boy.
4.
No, it's called Andrew Smith and the alchemist's
Magical
the alchemist's crystal.
That's better.
I can't wait to share this one with books.
Can I look over and say, oh, the play adaptations are pretty good actually. I'd recommend watching those if you get a chance.
Play adaptations.
Sure.
The last one's 2 parts though, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And since they perform in different towns, you gotta go
We're
over
gonna have
to
we're gonna have
another
to extend it
town
to-
to watch a second part. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's highway robbery.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will get on
Oh wow.
Ooh,
on the road. This is just some sort of ambiance.
I like how I don't
for-
need to get into the foundry. I'll just hear you guys go ooh whenever something changes.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Um,
ah.
So as you guys make your travel day after day, it's fairly uneventful. But as you make your way up the road, interesting. The forest, you're surrounded by forest for most of the journey. And it goes relatively uneventful. Nothing much happens along your journey. But partway through, just let's say on day 8, you come upon a man walking in the same direction as you along the road. And as you come up to him, he'll greet you and say, "Hello there."
Hello.
Hello.
Shalom.
Where are you guys all headed?
The town of Rivers Reach.
Lovely. I've never been there myself. I'm just headed along the way.
Can I fuck him for hidden weapons?
Can you
Roll a
You're a
perception
frog.
check.
I am well aware, Sean, that I'm a frog. I'm a frog with good eyes. I'm a frog with very bad eyes.
Terrible eyes.
-1.
Maybe you
he's
should have
got
felt him.
he's got what appears to be a longbow with him that's unstrung. But if he has anything hidden, it's well hidden.
Okay.
Fellow traveler.
Likewise. And what are you headed to Rivers Reach for?
Business.
Oh, I wouldn't think there's much business to be had up there. What do you all do?
We're monster hunters.
Ribbit.
Oh, really? What is it you're hunting all the way up there?
Love.
Sort of tilts his head.
You heard him.
He's been reading his books.
Oh, have you read the Andrew Smith series?
Oh yes.
That one's my favorite.
I'm on the first book. No spoilers. Come on.
The plays were better.
Oh my god.
Can I roll like a quick knowledge check of what kind of monsters would be in the area? That would sound believable.
Yeah, sure. Roll a history check.
History check. I am okay at
Ribbit.
this.
So it's not really an area you're familiar with, but looking at maps, it's like a foresty area, but it's further up north. It sort of gets close to the tree line. So you could guess a lot of stuff would be prevalent around there. I don't really want to list everything you might know.
Oh come on, man! No, I'm just kidding.
But you can give out just some random monster name that you could make your best guess lives up there.
Owl bear.
I didn't mean you actually had to, but like yeah, you can.
Okay. There's
you can.
infestation of owl bears.
your character makes a stab at some monster that might be local around there. He says, "Huh? Well, can't be the safest work. I hope you're all good at what you do."
I'd like to think we are. It is pretty dangerous. Where are
Excellent.
you headed to, friend?
Oh, I'm just headed back back to where my house is. It's just a little bit further down the road here, and then I'll duck off into the forest. I like to be secluded.
I understand that, man. We're still in the beginnings of our traveling, right? We're getting close to
You're
town.
coming up to halfway through.
Okay, so like,
You've been traveling for a week now.
okay, so his house isn't like
It's basically in the
city.
no, it's basically in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, cool.
What you're sort of getting is like, there's one like more minor city that you like sort of passed. Like you wouldn't have seen it, but you would have like sort of passed it like a few days ago. And beyond that, it's just like real small little settlements. And then this town you're going to is sort of like the last bastion of civilization to the north. And it itself is quite secluded. But so he'll sort of keep pace with you most of the day. He's on foot. He's just keeping up with you. He seems happy to talk to all of you. As you come about midday, somebody roll a perception check.
I have good eyes, but I'd let somebody else do this one.
I can do it. Ooh, fuck.
Okay, so as you're walking, you notice out in the forest, there seems to be some sort of building a little bit off the road. If you care to bring attention to it, it's there. If
Okay.
not,
Is it like a dilapidated building, or is it like?
you can't really tell. It's in the trees, but it like looks like some sort of building, which sort of catches you off guard. You weren't really expecting there to be anything around here.
There's nothing on the map. Waze didn't point this out. Yeah, I'll point it out. Is it tall, or is it like a one-story building?
You guys would probably have to get a little bit closer to find out. Like you'd have to get off the road.
What time of day is it? Do we need to take a break? Does everybody need to take a break? Whose feet are tired? I know we're riding horses. But...
It's a little bit past midday now.
we could stop for a lunch break.
Sure, why not?
Maybe some winter.
Ribbit.
Sure. So are you guys gonna go up and investigate it in the forest?
Yes.
So as you guys all step off of your horses, you make your way over, and it appears to be sort of a run-down shack. It doesn't look like anyone would want to live here from the outside.
This is what's his face's house, isn't it?
No, he hasn't made any indication that this is his.
I never asked for his name, but it's like, hey, you familiar with this building here, my guy?
Says, no, never seen it before.
Hmm.
It's looks a little bit spooky though.
A little
They
bit
say,
spooky.
What if
I eat spooky for breakfast. Let's go.
do a quick perimeter check, maybe?
Sure. So, as you do a quick perimeter check, you don't see anything around, but on the back side, there seems to be a large door that is sort of like lightly swaying in the wind, not really open or closed all the way. It looks larger than a door you would have on,
Ajar.
like quite a bit larger than you would have on a door for like a
No,
house
he
for a
said it's
person.
a door, not a jar.
No,
This,
the door is ajar.
But this building is also like quite a bit taller than you would expect, like if a person were trying to make a house.
Uh-huh. Is it like boarded up? Or is it like...
It's made of wood. Some planks, some logs, some branches. Sort of shabbily put together.
Uh-huh. Hey guys, I think something lives here that's bigger than us.
Bigger than us. I'm down. Let's go kill it.
Oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
I guess I'm gonna look for clues as to things that are living here.
I'll hop a bit closer and see if I can get a better look.
Okay, roll the investigation check.
Who? Will who?
Oh, Damaris, because he said he's looking around.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Okay, so are you just looking outside or are you looking inside?
Oh man. Outside first for any traces of comings and goings, I guess.
Doesn't really look like there's any footprints or anything leading out to the door or anything like that.
Take a.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's like any sort of indication that anyone was here recently?
What?
Damaris's after Damaris's check, you're pretty sure like the outside area like seems undisturbed. It doesn't seem like something would like actively be living here.
Maybe it goes somewhere.
What if it's that potion master's like little house that he like? I'm just throwing that out. Remember, because it like shut the door and left, and the house like poofed, or the place poofed.
Oh, yeah, but that was
It's like Howl's Moving Castle, but it's just this shack in the woods.
But there's no like nice door. Wasn't it a nice door? I don't know.
In the movie, yeah.
It was
No,
it was a pretty nice store, and it had like a nice storefront on it. But this is just like sort of a shack in the woods.
I guess we'll go in it. Yeah, I look to my party.
Okay. So as you just gently push the door, it creaks open. And inside, you sort of get a weird smell you haven't smelled before.
None of us
Sort
smelled it
of.
before?
No, I don't think any of you would have smelt this before.
Okay.
It's sort of smells like the familiar scent of decay, but not really. It's hard to put your finger on what it is. And you notice on the ground there are very scattered piles of small bones. But the floor is just sort of dirt. And it doesn't appear that there's anything really in here.
It's always necromancers, isn't it?
It's always DNS. Can I do another investigation check? I guess to cruise around.
No, I don't think you really need to.
Okay. Are they like animal bones? Or
They seem to be bones from various different animals, but there's no consistent. It's not like you're finding a collected skeleton. It's like a couple of bones here, a couple of bones there, that all could be from various different animals.
any
No real rhyme or reason to it.
teeth marks on the bones?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, okay. No hidden, like
You're pretty
trapdoors?
confident. You're pretty confident if something were hidden, you would have found it by now.
It's just a weird,
Man,
creepy
I
Okay.
shack that smells sort of like
I
death.
don't know
I'm ready to move on then.
here or what, but let's GTFO, I guess.
So as you leave, the guy is sort of like, man, you guys must have a lot of courage. I wouldn't go into a place like that. Sort of reminds me of stories they used to tell us as kids.
I really want this guy to shut up. I kind of want to punch him, just casually.
About what?
Oh, you know,
Anything specific?
your sort of boogeymen type creatures, like maybe an Oni, perhaps. I'm sure you know the rhyme. I'm sure you've heard it as children.
Of course.
Yes,
but I think
me
we
being a
should,
tiefling child, I've totally heard that story before.
He sort of without prompting, he begins to sing.
for Edward's sake.
Lock the door, blow out
Nope.
the light. The hungry Oni haunts the night. Hide and tremble, little one. The only wants to have some fun. Hear it scratching at the door. See its shadow cross the floor. The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the Oni's smile.
Yeah, that's a creepy song.
I'll remember that song.
I keep my composure.
Okay. After he
Um,
finishes, he's sort of just like you know, it was a very creepy atmosphere for a second, but
Yeah.
unfazed. He just
Like anything around
goes
us
back to talking jovially.
physically change.
Nothing you notice, no.
Okay, no shadows moving, nothing about him changing.
No, nothing you notice, no.
Cool. I guess let's move
Let's
on.
keep going to town then.
And I'm going to keep
Yeah.
an eye on our friend here.
To quote Damaris, let's GTFO.
Okay, so as you go, he still keeps up with you. Potentially getting maybe a little bit annoying, but he seems happy to have someone to talk to along the journey. And as the sun begins to set, he says, I hope you won't mind if I camped with you tonight.
Can I use Thieves' Cant to Damaris? And the words I'll say are, the brush looks awfully thick up there. I wonder how it'll be at night. And what I'm trying to get from that is, let's ditch this loser.
I wink. No. I don't know. I'll elaborate more on thick brushes and say, yeah, this dude's creeping me out.
So he's sort of hanging out, hoping for an answer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's wondering if you guys will let him stick around for the night.
Where did you say your house was again?
Oh, it's not far now. I'm sure I'll be able to get there by tomorrow.
Oh man.
You want to ditch this guy after he told us a creepy story about an Oni shack back there?
Does anyone? Can we just put him to
I'm
sleep,
thinking
like, roll
he's the
downhill?
Oni. I don't know. Like.
Yeah, he's definitely the Oni.
But I don't know much about those in real life or in this game, so I don't know if
I thought they're
he's
usually
gonna
kill him.
come for us,
vengeful.
We could kill him.
or if we should be like, yeah, we'll camp with you, and then set a trap. I don't fucking
I feel like we could kill him.
We're just gonna kill an innocent person
So are
that
you
hasn't
guys?
done anything
Are
yet.
you guys huddled up discussing this in front of him, or?
in
'Cause-
hushed
so he's
tones,
he's explicitly asked. He said, I hope you guys won't mind, but I'd like to be able to camp with you tonight. He's waiting for an answer.
I don't mind if he camps with us.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm gonna set up camp a little further from the group. If he's not the Oni,
Guys,
Oh,
one
this
of
is
my
like
flaws
a-
is I easily
I'm
trust
gonna keep
others.
an eye on him. I feel like we can ditch him to the next day. I say, in thieves can't.
Mm-hmm.
To Caro.
Okay. Well, so he
So
takes Criella's affirmative as good enough, and begins to unpack his backpack and set up a little tent. And he'll get to work gathering some sticks to start making a fire.
I look for a nice tree to sleep in for tonight.
Interesting. Okay.
Raised by tigers.
Raised by tigers, I had an aunt cheetah. She used to always sleep whenever I was at her place. She made me sleep in a tree.
Nice.
I'm gonna set up my tent away from, I guess, the central part of our camp.
Okay. Like
But
how
I'm
far away?
Also, like just 20 feet far, or is that close? What's a medium distance? That's what I want to do.
I don't know. Like if he's got his little tent up, and maybe like 5 or 10 feet from his tent, he's building a fire. Assuming that you guys would also set up your tents around the fire. So if you wanted to be apart from that, maybe 30 feet away or so would be
Okay, actually,
reasonable.
I'll set it up in around everybody else's.
We could like set booby traps near
But
where
what
he's
I'm also
sleeping
going to
and be
do,
like,
yeah.
we don't want you to get hurt. Things might attack you in the night. Since we're professionals, we could handle it. But and then we push him into one of the traps.
I'm going to set up my shit and also kind of set it up. I might do that later. I volunteer for first watch.
Okay.
I announced to everybody.
I'll do second watch for muted.
I'll do third watch.
Gotcha. So that'll leave Criella on number 4. So as you guys, I know you said you might want to set something up. Is there anything specific you want to try to set up?
Well, during my watch, what I want to do is set it up like I'm in my tent, but I'm not going to be in my tent.
Interesting. Okay. So if everyone settles down for the night, and it'll be Damaris on first watch, explain to me what you're trying to achieve. So sorry, yeah, you explain to me like how you would try to achieve that.
I mean, I guess I could like stuff my sleeping bag with whatever to make it look like something's in there. And I also I already had this lantern that I could light and potentially control with my thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And that's 30 feet. I feel like I could hide in the dark within 30-foot range. And yeah, then I want to be outside and hiding, I guess. Or
Okay.
I want to have a hiding spot, so then when I wake up Caro, I'm going to let him know that I'm not going to be in my tent. I'm going to be here for backup in case shit happens with this dude.
I'll confirm with a ribbit.
Okay. So for your first watch, roll a perception check.
Oh, perception is this one.
Okay. Nothing too eventful happens. Once you're confident everyone's asleep, you set about your plan. And nothing too out of the ordinary happens. And as you wake up Caro and begin to go to your hiding spot, we'll go to Caro's watch.
Stealth check. Just...
yeah, roll a stealth check.
Oh, what the fuck? That was awkward. Fucking hell.
Okay. Noted.
It's dark.
Yeah, well, it's definitely dark, and and if there is a reason for you to be stealthy, the darkness will help you out. So we'll go to Caro's watch, and Caro can roll me a perception check.
I will do so. Just hold on a moment. That's not me. Oh, the dice are still rolling those.
I'm gonna change the music.
-1. Ooh, 3-2 on the perception check.
This isn't Mamma Mia.
2. Okay. And for Damaris's watch, because Damaris is also watching, Damaris, I'd like you to roll a perception check as well.
Whoa! Not 20, baby.
Nice. So, Caro is sort of still a little bit
Blind.
tired and
Blind.
without eyes quite adept to see in the
Ribbit.
dark, and he's sort of a little bit distracted and dozing off maybe a little bit. But Damaris watching intently. About partway through the watch, you actually see the guy get out of his tent and go step into the woods away from the camp.
Okay. And doesn't come back?
How long are you gonna wait before doing something?
Oh man.
I'll take things that are fucked for 500.
I'm gonna follow him.
Gonna follow him? Okay.
But
After so are you gonna follow him after a minute of being gone? Oh, we'll just keep going until you decide an adequate amount of time.
yeah, a minute.
Just a minute?
What do you mean just a minute? 2 minutes then. I want
2 minutes? I mean,
What are you?
I'll let-
You're freaking me out, man.
um,
I've never followed somebody in real life. I don't know what an adequate amount of time is to wait.
well, I mean, like
This
how-
is GTA. I don't need to be
I
five
don't-
car lengths behind them. Like
I don't want to go from like I don't want it to be like 10 minutes, but like you wanted to like wait a minute before you got back, and then you decided you should like I just want you to I don't want you to pick an amount of time that is greater than the time he would be gone. So that's sort of awkward, but if
I'm
you
gonna
would
wait 5 minutes.
okay, if you would begin following him after a minute, he's still gone after 1 minute.
I'm gonna wait 5 minutes and then follow him.
Okay, so after 5 minutes, he doesn't come back.
Okay.
So you go to follow him. Roll a nature check to see if you can pick up his trail to follow him.
I obviously tell Kara this. I'm gonna be like, hey, something's up with that man. If shit happens, I'm gonna run back to camp. But be ready. Fuck.
12. Okay. So you follow his footsteps, or like you follow the direction out into the woods, but you can't really pick up a trail of footsteps or anything. And as you make your way out, can't really find him.
Damn, if only I had an eidetic memory. Okay. How far in the woods am I? Not very, or like.
I mean, you're a few minutes, like, let's say you're 100 or so meters out into the forest. You're sort of like, and you're moving slow and trying to be quiet. But you're about maybe 100 meters out.
Okay, if I lost him, I'm not gonna try to find him. I'm gonna try to go to the edge of the woods. Not necessarily where he entered it, but away from it to where I can see it, and hopefully he wouldn't just see me and be like, "Oh, what the fuck are you doing here?" And then hide.
So you're just trying to go back and hide again?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you make your way back. Let's have Kara roll another perception check.
Aye, aye, Captain. It'll be a 3, Chief.
Yeah, even after Damaris said he was leaving, you're not too attentive, just sort of lost in thought and staring at the stars and dozing off a little bit.
Can I be working out as an athlete would?
I don't think you'd be working out at 2 in the morning.
Well, I mean, I disagree, but fair enough.
Okay, we'll change it up. You're so consumed in your workout that you don't you sort of zone out. You don't have a great perception of what's around you.
Thank you.
It's in the zone, brother.
But without hearing from Damaris again, when it comes to the end of your watch, nothing has happened. So you go and wake up Edward, and you head back to bed.
I'm gonna tell Edward to be careful. And give no other explanation. Ribbit.
Drinking your protein shake.
Okay.
I only eat wild herbs.
So,
Can I
Edward.
see the camp from where I am?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can see the camp. You're watching.
Okay.
So you see Caro and Edward switch watch. So Edward, roll a perception check.
Hey.
Good
So
eyes.
shortly into your watch, you see what seems to be a pair of eyes looking at you from inside the forest.
Is it Damaris's eyes?
Is that all? It just smiles.
Just.
Yeah, you see a pair of eyes looking at you.
Can I go investigate the eyes?
Yeah. Do you want to explain to me how you go to investigate the eyes?
I climbed down from the tree I was snapping on, and slowly walk into the forest on all fours. And then
Okay, so as you get closer, Damaris, what you see is Edward slink out of a tree and get on all fours and begin crawling straight towards you. As you guys,
as one does.
as Edward gets closer, and finally realizes that it's just you, because you didn't tell anybody else. You only told Caro that you would be hiding.
I'm not gonna wake anybody else up.
So you guys convene in the forest.
Shit, dude.
Dude, what the fuck?
The old man got up out of his tent and went into the woods and hasn't come back yet. It's been an hour, several hours.
Probably been about an hour.
So I'm just
Okay.
hanging out. Go back to camp.
I go back up to my
Caro
tree.
not tell you this.
I'm going back up the tree.
Tell Criella when
and
you wake her up.
Launch from there.
Okay, so
Confused.
Damaris still hiding in the forest. Edward now watching from the tree.
Can I roll a perception to see if anything saw our interaction? Maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
Like super paranoid.
You don't have any reason to believe anyone would or anything would have heard your conversation.
All right.
But so as the hour ticks by, nothing more seems to happen. And Edward, as your watch is over, you go to wake up Criella, and climb back up into your tree. You tell her about Damaris hiding in the forest. And we'll have Criella roll a perception check.
Yuki?
We've all secretly been dead this whole time. None of us have a higher perception to notice.
We've all been absorbed into the Oni.
You keep diligent watch. As you know, you're unsuspicious of the travel you've been with, as you said. But you keep the diligent watch that you've kept every night so far. And on into the early hours of the morning, your watch goes by uneventfully as the sun begins to rise.
Are you still standing in the forest over there? Did you fall asleep yet?
No, I guess not. Unless I need to like roll to stay awake. I don't know.
You're okay for now. But today might not be the easiest day. You're definitely tired.
It's not my first all-nighter.
I'm gonna walk over there and like whisper yell, what is he doing? What's over there?
Like that old man never came back.
Okay. Weren't you wanting to leave him yesterday?
Have we been robbed?
Let's
Did he
walk and
take
talk.
anything?
I'm gonna look.
Sean,
at
just
this.
because he's
I'm
old,
gonna-
you think he took something?
I'm gonna open this. He's not a gypsy.
I just.
Oh,
I feel
okay.
like-
I'm gonna open the dude's tent. I'm gonna walk and talk and be like, this dude never came back.
All right. So as you go and open the dude's tent, he's lying in his tent asleep.
Hate it here.
So I've been lied to by the man who told me he left his tent, huh?
So I've been lied to by the man who told the man that he was lying in this tent. Huh?
I didn't tell you that, Sean. I just have to be careful.
Fucking. Does he look any different? Is there blood on his clothes?
Doesn't appear to be anything now.
Yeah.
He sort of wakes up and is like, "Oh well, good morning."
Let's push him off a
Morning.
cliff.
I only just hate that.
Yeah, I don't think you could recover from that.
Oni hated that.
I'm gonna walk away. Fuck.
Well, I'm gonna start packing up my stuff and putting it back on the horse so we can continue towards the
I'm gonna
city.
start packing Schmeat.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
I was gonna pack up my stuff from camp and put it on my horse and start going
I'm
towards
gonna
the
start
city, I guess.
packing up Tiffany.
Packing her up in the back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some morning reps.
Nice, just to get a quick pump going.
Yeah.
I joined him in
Okay.
So I got my
morning
medicine
reps.
ball.
So as you're all packing up your camp, he gets up and packs up his stuff, gets it all in his backpack. And as you're ready to go,
Yeah.
you'll get on the road.
I'm gonna keep my eye on him.
All right.
Said he would make it but to his house surely by the morning, so
So As you guys walk, as it gets to about mid-morning, he says, he looks around, and then nods to you guys and says, "Well, it's been nice traveling with you guys. It's nice to talk to somebody along this road, but this is where our paths diverge," and he goes to step off the road into the forest.
Ribbit.
I nod. And when he's out of earshot, I'm gonna be like, okay, guys. That dude got up in the middle of the fucking night and went into the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I knew something was up the moment he started singing creepy nursery rhymes to us.
And I never saw him come back. And he was back in his tent in the morning. Edward, you have that brain thing. What's
Excuse me?
What was that? What was that nursery rhyme?
Oh, I think it was something like this.
Lock the door, blow out the light. The hungry Oni haunts the night. Hide and tremble, little one. The Oni wants to have some fun. Hear it scratching at the door. See its shadow across the floor. The sun won't rise for quite a while. Till then, beware the Oni's smile.
And you said that all in one go. Wow, good memory.
And I'll never forget it.
Did that dude ever smile? Maybe it's a good thing I didn't follow him in the woods.
Not that you can recall.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled, but so I guess let's just keep on going.
Look onward.
Over onward.
Let's go.
Okay.
Agreed.
So, you make your way along the road, and it seems uneventful. More of the same, just trees and birds chirping, and as you get further and further away from civilization, the animals seem to be less and less disturbed by you. They let you get closer and closer. You even cross a couple of deer on the road. As you make your way along, and nighttime comes, and you set up camp, the night goes peacefully by without disturbance. And you continue along your way.
I think you were just paranoid.
Yeah.
And you guys wanted to kill that.
I get paid well to be paranoid.
I'm still willing to kill that guy.
I wanted to do it for the thrill of it.
All right.
Maybe he'll help us on the
Okay.
way back.
That was a little sociopathic.
So-
Psychopathic? I don't know. I can never remember the difference.
One's planned out, the other one's sporadic.
There's no clinically recognized difference between psychopathy and sociopathy. Anyway, as you continue along the road day after day, for another couple days, something will happen, which I will tell you when I get back from the washroom.
Okay.
This is a
we're just
break.
gonna take a,
Next time on
So-
Dragon Ball Z.
we'll take a little break. Be back in a couple
Oh, yeah.
minutes.
I need to fill up my water, BRB.
Did you know you can change your background?
I did not. It's okay. I can barely see. Look at this cat.
I see. You're touching that thing and she's not freaking out.
She didn't like that. She's squinting.
Yeah.
I can feel her flinching now.
She's like,
Who's good kitten? Can you hear her purring?
no. What'd your mom say?
I'm just talking.
Huh? Your mom
We're gonna get
got him.
back to their house on Saturday.
Who?
My mom
What about their house on Saturday?
and help them with yard work.
Oh.
They apparently also have a leak in the pantry.
I thought they just had all that shit fixed.
It was their bathroom. This leak is from my old room's bathroom.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Is everyone here?
Yes. Well, I don't know if
Sean?
Sean is.
No, Sean's not back.
He's getting fresh water from the stream.
Yeah, filling his water skin.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Lovely.
Welcome back.
So, you guys continue along your travels. The further you go, the vegetation through your journey progressively has gotten less lush. Now the trees are turning from more of mostly deciduous, I think, to now hefty mix, like more coniferous, if I have that right.
I think you got that right.
Let's check. Yeah, I'm right. So they were mostly deciduous, and now they're getting to be mostly coniferous, and the grass is a little bit less green, and the road is a little bit more overgrown, a little bit less traveled the further you go. And if you guys have your count correct, on about your second last day of the journey, let's have Edward roll a perception check.
Nice.
You periodically throughout the day, you see something that seems to be flying overhead. The first time you think, oh, just a bird, and the second time you're like, oh, just a bird, and then as it keeps happening, you get the feeling that it's more than just random birds flying overhead. If you want to note that to the party, you're welcome to.
There's a bird, something flying over us.
Oh, just a bird.
Just a bird, though.
The same bird?
I don't know.
Or
It
lots
might
of
be.
birds?
How big is this bird you speak of?
It's bird size.
I mean, is it?
Okay, well, I mean,
Is
if
it a
it's what you say,
hawk?
then...
Is it a pigeon?
I mean, if it is as you say, then there's nothing to be worried about.
I
So.
was informed that it was bird sized. It's about like
I mean, to be fair, I didn't tell you anything about what size it was.
it could be
No.
huge.
It could be huge.
It could
Huge.
be tiny.
Bird's huge.
Huge.
It could be huge.
The biggest ever.
The biggest bird.
Trust me,
biggest
no one's ever
Yeah,
seen a
the
bigger
biggest
bird.
bird is absolutely huge.
Fucking. I guess I'm gonna keep my eyes extra open.
Sure, so
Because I'm the
Um,
paranoid type.
you're the paranoid type, and maybe just in hopes of seeing a cool bird, you guys keep your eyes to the skies, and you do notice that, yeah, Edward's right. There's definitely something repeatedly flying overhead.
Like circling us like a vulture, or like maybe like.
You're in a forest, so you don't have a great view over top, but every once in a while you catch it like making a pass overhead.
Does it ever land on a tree?
It's sort of no, you don't ever see it land. It's also you're not really able to make out what kind of bird it is, or if it's some other type of creature. It's high up in the sky. and its passes aren't. It's not like 1 minute and then the next minute. It's like one and then 15, 20 minutes later another, and then like a few times every hour for most of the day.
That's interesting.
So
Oh, worst comes to worst, we'll just eat it. So
And I'm like, maybe it's a familiar. And I'm like, well, maybe it's a fucking huge ass thing, and it's just so high in the sky. We think it's a regular bird.
as it gets later in the day,
Okay.
sort of late afternoon, you notice the passes. The last one was quite a while ago, and you seem to make out a little bit of a sparkle out in the forest up ahead along the road, but around a bend.
look, a sparkle.
But it's like on the way.
Yeah, it's you
I
would.
mean, yeah, let's fucking go towards it. Might as well. I'm going to. I don't know. Ready in action to shoot my bow.
So, okay, you can draw out your bow, and as you go along the road, and make your way around the little bend, what you had first noticed as a little sparkle, reveals itself to be a rather large, dragon lying at the bottom of a hillside.
Okay.
And as you round the corner, it lifts its head and looks over at you guys.
Not to be racist, but what color is it?
It's gold.
Oh, okay. I lower my bow.
It as you lower it, it sort of slowly blinks, and everyone in their heads hears "Welcome."
Were you watching us?
Can I say ribbit in my head?
Yeah, you say "ribbit" in your head.
Were you the one flying around up there,
Yes.
essentially watching us?
Yeah. Not many people come around here. I like to know who's coming in and out.
Hmm.
He seems to be sort of like lazing in the sun. It's sort of like a clearing and down a little hill off of the road, and he's lying down, taking up a big portion of this clearing.
How big is this dragon?
He is he's large. The sort of like the tales of dragons you've heard of them being like the size of mountains. He's certainly not that big. But he is the size of a decent hill.
Okay. So he's like an adult dragon, but like not an elder dragon, or whatever.
You could probably guess that, yeah.
And I'm sorry if I did this, but I know that gold dragons are good. Is that okay? That
Roll a history check
yeah,
to see if Damrus knows that.
because that's why I went when he said that. History check is fuck.
Damrus is not real educated on dragon lore, so I think probably the best,
I'm gonna have not
unless-
my bow lowered.
unless any of you are specific, like specifically would know about dragons, what you know is basically the like legends, like they're large and some of them are nice and some of them aren't, and they breathe fire
I
and they
battled
like
against
money.
a few dragons.
Have you?
Yeah, me with my tiger pride against the enemy dragon.
I feel like that's.
I have no
something
knowledge.
But, well, I think we're gonna stick with that for party's knowledge of dragons. Sorry if I'm shitting on your character's backstory, but
Well,
Imagine shitting on Sean's character's backstory. Wow.
He still in.
Why?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing. Go ahead. Sorry.
Still in everyone's head. He says, "I like to know who's coming in and out. This is sort of my area.
What do you mean, sort of?
I like to think of it as mine."
So you just live here.
Oh, not here exactly, but close enough.
Is it?
So I don't know if this is a coincidence, but do you know anything about Onis?
I know many things about many things.
What a lame answer. I don't say that out loud, Will.
But you think it.
No, Aurel thought that. Don't start with this shit. Every time. I can't speak around this man. One of these days I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm hungry. He's gonna be like, oh, did your D&D character say that? I'm like, Will, it's 2 a.m. How are you in my bedroom?
It's fine. Caro doesn't think that.
God, this fucking guy.
Damn right. Caro just thought ribbit. Come on, Will.
Fuck, I don't know. I guess I'm still kind of edgy, so I'm like ready to bolt.
So he says to you guys, "I like to keep it peaceful around here.
Then I'm going
I
to
don't
introduce
appreciate
myself.
anyone disturbing my peace."
He asked
Well, are we close to the town now? Are we we're like closer to the town anyway?
Yeah, you're. You would probably get there by end of day tomorrow, or like the morning of the day after that.
Well, we're coming here because of a disturbance in the area.
You're gonna lie to the dragon?
About a day's Isn't the mask causing? Somebody knows something about a magic mask that may or may not be doing things. We don't know. Unless I missed something.
Is it causing
No,
a
that's
disturbance?
about what you've got. Someone knows something about a magic mask that may or may not be doing things. That's about your understanding of the situation.
And where was I? We've heard about things that may be going on, but it's all hearsay and are unsure.
Have you heard of the
Maybe
map?
you've heard of something happening that may or may not be magical in nature? I said, taking a step back.
The people of Riverreach don't like me watching them too much, and I find them quite boring anyway. So, if it's in the town, it's not really something I might pay attention to. Unless, of course, it were to get destructive.
I guess that's what we're getting paid to figure out. Well, if they have nothing else, Mr. Dragon, I guess we'll be on our way.
I want to
Shuffling
befriend the
quickly.
dragon, though.
Okay, what do you say?
Well, if it doesn't want to hurt us, and I introduce myself, can I ask it if that can be its friend?
Sure, why don't you role play it out?
Okay. Do you see many people out here?
Not along this road. It's not very well traveled. The people of Riverreach tend to keep to themselves. They're quite self-sufficient. There were some people who are walking just a little bit ahead of you.
Uh-huh.
but not many people know.
Those people suck.
Wait,
Did they introduce them?
It's
Wait,
Dave and
you?
Buster. Dave and Buster, guys, come on.
I know who it is.
yeah, what did those people look like? I said from my horse.
You just keep getting further and further.
You sort of get an image, like almost as though you're thinking of it yourself, and it feels like you're like remembering what Dave and Buster and Elodie look like, but almost through someone else's eyes.
Guys, I feel like I'm remembering what Dave and Buster really look like.
as he
although
forces the thought into your head.
It's almost like it's from someone else's eyes.
Well, that was interesting. Fuck those guys. They can't be here before us. Sean, are you still here?
They were quite nice.
I am.
Okay.
Well, not all of them.
The short one, right?
Yes,
So-
the short one.
You more or less live here. What brings you over here then? If nothing interesting happens over here.
It's peaceful. I like to look
Okay.
at the lake.
It's fair.
It shimmers nicely in the sun.
Oh, you like shiny things.
Well, he is a dragon.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's a dragon who doesn't like shiny. I don't know.
I do like my share of shiny things. Yes.
How do I befriend it? I have no.
Play him in a game of tic-tac-toe. If you win, you have to be friends. I don't know.
I don't think that's how friendship works.
Are you sure?
I've been doing it wrong for a while.
He sort of so he was looking at you guys, and now he sort of lazily sets his head back down, closes his eyes.
Did he have a name? Did he say his name?
He didn't say it.
I didn't ask it.
Do you have a name?
Yes. It is. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll find it.
That's a strange.
I wrote it down somewhere. That's canon. That's canon. They said that.
We'll call him Celeste.
Sorry, Will. Sorry, Will. You said that, so they said that.
We'll call him Celeste. It's fine.
My name is
Is that a regional
Aravaxis.
dialect? I can't remember. I wrote it down somewhere. Sorry, what was her actual name? I was talking over you.
Aravaxis.
I'll remember that forever.
I'm gonna refrain from making any comment about that name because Will's gonna tell me that I said it out loud.
Make a comment.
No,
I
I'm
wanna
gonna
hear it.
refrain. Too bad.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right. Does anybody else have anything to say?
Okay.
I don't
I
talk to
thought
him.
maybe it was gonna be the dragon from Aragon, but it's not.
No.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, if no one has anything else to say, I guess you guys can get on your way.
As we leave, I'm gonna think about how it has nice. The dragon has nice shiny scales.
Nice. So as you walk away and bend the corner, you sort of hear the sound of a very large creature getting up, and as you look back, he unfurls his wings, that stretch very wide, and he flaps them down and takes off, and you guys are all sort of blasted with a gust of wind,
I'm into it.
As that
and
happens,
he
I
flies
am
off
much
into the
further
sky.
away. I am much further away than everybody else.
as this happens, I think about what it would be like to be a giant lizard.
Nice.
I don't think about what it would be like to be a giant lizard.
That sounds
So-
terrible. There'd be less water for you.
Why would there be less water for you if you were a giant lizard?
You heard the man, Will. It's canon now. He said it.
He's an amphibian. He's gonna be in water more frequently than a lizard. I don't know. Leave me alone. It's dying pause.
I'm gonna make note that I'm gonna try to find something shiny on this adventure that reminds me of that lake and give it to him as a gift on the back.
Lovely.
No point.
So as you guys
No, I'm gonna...
continue on your journey, is there anything you guys would like to do for the night, or to prepare for your soon getting to town?
Nah.
I don't think so.
No, I'm good.
Just keeping out watch for Onis and old men.
I think the
Okay.
Oni was a red herring.
I think the old man was a red herring. Sean.
What's
No,
a red
the Oni was
herring?
herring.
What do
It's a
you mean,
fish.
what's a red herring?
I've
Did
heard
you
that
just say
term
it was a
before. I just
fish?
don't know what it
It's
means.
a fish.
No, it's like...
It's a fish that's red in color.
red herring, a dried smoked herring which is turned red by the smoke. 2, something, especially a clue. That is or is intended to be misleading or distracting.
That one.
It's
The
a
second one.
misleading clue.
So you guys settle down for camp on an eventful night, and as you wake up for another day of your journey,
Yep.
you make your way along, and as the sun begins to set along the way, you hear from up ahead some sounds in the distance, and somebody can roll a perception check.
It
I'll
ain't
do
me.
it.
Somebody or
I'll do it.
Okay. Well, we gotta beat those guys. So
Okay, it sounds like how do I describe it? Various like grunts and potentially yells from ahead, but it seems quite distant. You can't quite make out what's going on.
There are some strange noises. And we should check that out.
Do they sound more like grunts or what?
Are you implying that it might be in a manner, or?
No, just in a grunting manner.
Just in a grunting manner.
I don't know. It's just weird sounds. We should just go look and see if maybe what we're looking for is there.
So what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna hang back, but keep going, I guess.
Are you guys gonna alter your pace at all? Go faster, slower, stealthier, anything like that?
Are they animalistic sounds, or are they?
Can't get a
Can't-
great idea of what it is.
On all fours, I go towards the
Potentially
sound.
analyst, but you're not
I mean, we
sure.
can speed up, but I'll hang back.
I get
I'm-
down on all fours and I go towards the thing.
Get down on all fours.
Yeah, like a tiger.
Okay. Are you just handing off the reins of Tiffany to someone else to hold? Or...
I'm on all fours on top of Tiffany.
That's right,
God. Phrasing. I'm telling you, we need a chat channel that's out of context things. I'm on all fours on top of Tiffany. On the top
That's a
of her-
classic Sean line.
Or making it happen.
Oh,
Edward Milton, 2021.
Edward Milton raised by tigers. 2021. I got on all fours on top of Tiffany.
Are the horses getting spooked by the sounds at all, or are they still chill?
Make an animal handling check.
Oh,
Are the sounds as like peppy as?
I went to go roll
Mississippi?
real dice, like as if
Is this meant to be spooky? Because this music says otherwise. Oh.
15.
Yeah, the horses seem quite a bit on edge.
Okay. Well then,
Let's go.
As I'm on all fours on top of Tiffany, I sort of rub with my hand. I rub one side of her and I say, "It's okay, girl.
you're all right there, girl."
You're all right there, girl.
That's a good girl.
That's a good girl."
All right, so you guys are continuing along,
Yeah, let's go.
and how are you making your way along?
A little bit quicker.
Not
A little bit quicker?
gallop, faster than a
I'm-
trot. There's a word.
So,
I can't think of it.
Is there? 'Cause
canter. That's a canter is between a trot and a gallop.
Yeah, there's a word for, like all the stages of a horse's movement speed, and I don't know why.
Yeah, walk, trot, canter, gallop. Anyway,
I can't see a reason for that.
so you guys kick your horses into a canter, and
I kicked him.
and as you make your way, the sun continues to set, and the sounds become more pronounced, and you get the sense that it sounds like there's a fight going on. And as you go, you notice at your feet begins to build up a fog that spreads out into the forest and obscures your vision into the forest, and just sort of a general like mist about the air. And as you get closer and closer, the fog becomes denser, and you manage to keep the horses going forward, but they seem quite unhappy. And as you come closer out of the fog, you see the familiar faces of Dave, Buster, and Elodie fighting something that you don't quite recognize. It seems almost as though figures are forming out of the mist, and attacking these people. And Dave and Buster are sort of appear to be backed into a corner, taking shot after shot from whatever it is that's attacking them. And you see Elodie almost dancing around as she swings her sword in a graceful manner as her blade changes colors, and she sidesteps and swipes and dodges, and it almost looks as though she's dancing around all of these fog creatures, slashing at one as she slashes through its center, and it goes up in a puff of smoke and moves on to the next.
Damn, I didn't know Elodie could dance.
What's her sword? Is it a long sword or?
It's an elven sword, so it's sort of like a long sword, but it's quite curved.
Okay.
And it's very thin.
Are
So-
we beginning to get surrounded by these things? from
As
the
you
fog?
continue to approach, make a perception check.
Who?
Dammers can,
Okay.
because he asked the question.
16.
You actually notice you don't see full figures shaping, but it almost seems as though the fog is reaching out towards you.
Don't like that. I move faster.
You just
or does
kick
it
the
look-
horses onward.
Does it look like? Is it like a hand that's coming out, or does it just look like this fog is just like coming for me?
It's just coming for you.
Okay.
So as you guys kick your horses closer, and get closer and closer to the fight scene, they look up at you, and everyone can roll initiative.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
I knew
And we're
this
just
would
gonna
happen.
theater of the mind this one.
Ooh, I love theater of the mind. My favorite place to have a
I
theater.
blew on these dice. Ooh.
Fuck. Got a nat 1.
We're gonna kill a spirit? What are we, Ghostbusters?
1 second. Give me 1 second. I try to grab something for initiative.
Give me 1 second. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure what we're about to fight here.
Some kind of fog demons
Or is it a spell?
that may or may not be related to
Mask.
Onies.
Okay, that's a 17 for Kara.
I got a 1.
That's peculiar.
Do I die? Why is it peculiar? You're peculiar.
You're peculiar.
Okay. So, we're gonna go. We're gonna start it off. Everyone's on their horse. You're about 15 feet away from the bulk of the fighting. And we'll kick it off with Caro.
I was muted, even though I definitely clicked the unmute button. How many creatures did you say there were?
There are. It seems as though they come and go, and with everyone that that Elodie cuts down, or that Dave and Buster managed to get off of them, it seems like more form up out of the fog.
From whence do they come?
They sort of almost grow up out of the ground or walk out of the forest.
So there's no one particular location?
No, and you could probably make your best guess that 10 to 15 of them are around right now.
Okay, do we get a talking round?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, I'm gonna tell everyone. Ribbit, first of all. I paused to gather my thoughts. Alright, let's do this. Frog Lloyd Jenkins, and I rage. Barbarian Rage.
Okay. That's a
and then
bonus action, right?
Yeah, it's a bonus action. And then I'm going to run in. Sorry, I haven't done combat with this character yet, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay,
still.
so you'll have to dismount your horse for half your movement speed.
Yes. Okay.
And then you can run 15 feet up to the fighting.
Is there one that I can attack if I'm 15 feet up towards it?
Yep.
Okay, can I leap onto its back and stab it with a dagger?
Sure. So as you leap up and sort of go daggers first,
Yes.
roll an attack roll.
Sure. Like to hit?
Yep.
Aye, Captain.
I can't hear you.
What the hell?
Okay.
Oh.
So as you do, the daggers sort of cut straight through it, and you come back down to the ground as the figure disperses into fog around you.
I'm gonna victoriously laugh and hold my dagger up in the air. And then... Oh, no, never mind. I have nothing else I can do here because it's a bonus action. And I've already used my bonus action. Okay. I'm going to just... Yeah, victoriously shout, "Ha ha ha! I have destroyed a fog creature!"
Okay. And then Criella.
Okay, I'm gonna dismount my horse.
Mhm.
And then I'm going to move towards them and try to slash them with my whip.
Go for it. Make the first attack roll. Okay, so the first one doesn't hit. You roll the second one. That one hits. So at first, as you sort of lash out, unable to hit. It's sort of hard to judge where these things exactly stand. But then you come back with the second one, and the whip cuts straight through it, as it dissipates into fog that settles back down towards the ground. And then I need Caro and Criella to both make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, sorry. Which dexterity saving throw you said?
Yep.
Sorry about that. For some reason, I didn't register that you were talking about my character. Here's my dex saving throw. Oh, wait. I might get advantage here.
It doesn't
Let me roll
matter.
a second time. Oh, okay.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to Edward's turn.
I look for the nearest mist thing and I cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, roll an attack.
Nice.
So you send the blast of energy just straight through it.
Mm-hmm.
Blast up in a puff of smoke. The second one unfortunately does not hit though. Okay, solid. And then as you stand still on Tiffany, the fog begins to coalesce around you, and you see a figure spring up and sort of lash out at you. And it almost looks as though it has a head and an arm, a body, but no face. As its arm sort of forms into a sort of blade almost that swings out towards you. And just what's your AC? Sorry, I'm not looking at the sheet.
11.
11. Okay, so that's gonna hit. And you're gonna take 14 damage. 14 psychic damage. And then we'll go to Damaris's turn.
I'm going to see if I can ride my horse through the thing that just attacked Edward.
Sure. Make an animal handling check, because the horse isn't quite down.
Horse is like, I just watched.
I'm like, yeah, mush. Fuck.
No, the horse rejects and sort of just moves off to the side. But I'll still let you get an action in.
Can I? Oh man. So are we counting that as my move action or as a?
We'll say that's your movement.
Okay.
So
then-
you can still. I'll let you dismount, but if you dismount, I won't give you any more movement. So you can get off your horse if you want, but I will give you like a normal action.
If I attack from my horse, do I have any disadvantages doing that?
No, as long as it's not like a melee attack.
No, I was gonna shoot my bow.
Yeah, that should be fine.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot at this big scary fog monster that attacked Edward.
Yep. Roll the attack roll.
Okay, let's. Hell yeah.
Yeah, the arrow goes straight through the center of it. And the fog falls back down towards the ground.
Okay.
Do you have anything else for your turn?
No, I'm gonna end it.
Okay. So you continue to see Elodie dancing around, slashing figure after figure, and as Dave and Buster get backed up towards a tree, you hear Dave shout, "Where the fuck do these keep coming from?" As he takes another shot, and you guys can take your talking round if you have anything to say.
That is a good question, though. Can we see where they're coming from, or does it just seem like...
I looked earlier and I couldn't find it.
Oh, that's right. Like, they're just, like, coming out of the fog.
They're made of
The
mist.
forest.
Is
the edge
it...
of the forest.
But it's coming from the forest, though, not the town?
You haven't seen the town yet, so.
Oh.
I'm gonna shout as I lift my weapon up I lift my dagger up in the air and prepare
Nice.
for combat.
Cool.
Is
Love
there,
that.
like, a... So the one that attacked Edward, was it special compared to the other ones we saw? Is it, like...
Not that you can tell, no. It looks about
Oh,
the same as everything else.
Am I still on my horse, or did it knock me off my horse?
You're still on your horse.
Okay.
Actually, roll. Nah, fuck it. You're still on your horse. I don't care. Okay, we're gonna go to Caro's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. So how far is it between me and Dave and Buster?
About. It would take probably your whole movement to get to them. And you'd be, moving through, a decent number of these figures.
Okay, I'm gonna run through the figures fearlessly, and strike the one closest to Buster.
Okay. So, as you run, the ones you run past, sort of, just casually float out of the way, and you can roll an attack roll against the one close to Buster.
I am going to roll my attack roll. Hold on. Actually, 1 second. Let me see. Do I not have oh no, I do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna use reckless attack.
Okay.
Which is not an action or a bonus action. It's just a feature of the barbarian class. So I'm gonna use reckless attack, which gives me advantage on the attack roll. And because I have advantage, I'm also going to use sneak attack to deal an extra 2d6. Actually, no, I don't think I need to. These things die.
Well, sneak attack automatically applies.
Oh, really? Okay, so in that case, so to hit first of all,
If you hit
and then
with advantage.
it's advantage. So I'll do it again.
Yeah, you hit.
Okay, and then because sneak attack automatically applies, wrong page. There it is. So it's
You don't even need to really roll damage. You jam your dagger through, and the thing sort of, again dissipates. As you slash through it.
hot. Love it. I'm gonna like stand right next to Buster, hold up my dagger, and go. I've killed 2 fog things. And it's the end of my turn.
Looking at Buster, he has given you a very strong presence in the past, but you get a glimmer of fear in his eyes.
Oh fuck! I'm worried.
And we'll go Criella's turn.
I refuse to watch Buster die. I just decided he'd be my boy. Too soon.
Did I see those like fog figures move out of the way when he ran through them?
Yeah.
Do I know that it did psychic damage to Edward, or I don't know?
No, you wouldn't know that.
It did psychic damage to me.
It's not the talking turn, Sean.
Oh, they're not taking damage and they're just dissipating, so it's like they're not there.
Well, none of us have a magic weapon to confirm if that would even help.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I was gonna look for like one that was like the main ghost, you know?
yeah, or something that's like causing these, right?
Yeah.
I have something to say. My next next talking turn.
If you
But I can't
want,
discuss
if
yet.
you wanted to look around for something like that, take your action.
I'll do that.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Okay. Putting space where I don't need to.
So in looking around, you see what seems to be a slight light coming from just inside the forest.
Okay. Can I? Are you looking around? Took like my whole action. Can I move towards it?
You could move towards it, yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So after that, I need Caro to make a dexterity saving throw.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me do that. Dexterity saving throw. Dexterity saving throw. There it is.
Okay, you just passed.
Whew.
You don't know what will happen if you fail, but you passed. And then we're gonna go to Edward's turn.
I would like to look around for the big bad thing that could be causing this.
Okay. Since Creela's already found it, if you trust her, you can just follow her without your
All right. I am
without your action.
Eldritch Blast at it.
Okay. Roll. It'd be hard to hit. It's through the what you think you're looking at is at the very least through the trees. You don't have a great grasp of how far away it is. So understand that it would be tough to hit.
I think I could take this chance.
Okay. Roll the attack. That one does not hit.
Right. Yikes.
That one doesn't
What are the
hit
odds?
either. Anything else?
Nah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. So, Krilla, as you move towards what seems to be a light in the forest, a figure rises up from the ground and attempts to stab its fog arm through you. And it's gonna hit and deal 16 damage to you. 16 psychic damage.
It's a lot of psychic damage.
And then one is going to turn around to try to hit Caro. And what's your armor class?
15.
15? Okay, it doesn't hit you. You sort of see it coming and manage to dodge out of the way. And then we'll go to Damaris.
All right, so I've got 2 party members going towards a thing. One dude's destroying things. I've got one. The other 3 people, Dave and Buster, are surrounded. And
So right now, Dave and Buster are currently surrounded by 3 figures. And then Caro is right beside them. And there are 5 others strewn around that you can make out.
all right, so I have an idea. It's not coming out of any sort of decency of saving them from dying. It's more like I want them to know that I saved them, and I want Dave to hate that. So I want to ride towards Elodie
Mm-hmm.
and shout to her to take my hand, and I want to try to scoop her up onto my horse so we can ride towards her party members to try to dissipate the fog monsters over there.
Okay, roll an animal handling check to see if you can get your horse to comply.
All right, come on, baby, +1. That's better.
Okay, yeah. So you manage to get your horse to do it, and as your dark horse runs through the fog, as his hooves pound the ground, you run through the fog, and it sort of separates at your horse's feet. And you manage to scoop her up onto your horse. And you can make your way over towards Dave and Buster, but I think that that whole maneuver will constitute your turn.
That's totally fine with me.
Okay. So after that, we'll go talking period.
Okay, talking period. I'm gonna say to. Can I say two different things? Is that okay?
Yeah, just you have time to fill, and you can just talk.
Okay, so I'm gonna say to Buster, I'm gonna say, you and me, strong. Get to my friends. And that's all I need to say, really.
Interesting.
I'm gonna be like, hey, no.
And to my friends, I shout, "We're coming!" in my barbarian rage.
He's
Okay,
like
interesting.
much deeper voice. So he's just like,
Yeah, no, it's he turns from a frog to a toad.
yeah.
So we'll go to Carol's turn.
Okay, so I'm going to attempt to make a path towards the boys by slicing through.
Currently, what you have is Dave and Buster backed up against a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I forgot to say something.
Yes.
So Dave and Buster are backed up against a tree.
Mhm.
There are 3 figures in front of them, and you're sort of beside that cluster. And now Damaris has ridden over with his horse, and so you
Mhm.
guys are all like within.
Oh, he arrived at us. Okay, I thought I had to
Yeah.
make it to him.
No, you're all
Okay.
within about 15 feet of each other.
Okay.
And as that happens, and as you continue talking, you see 3 more figures materialize up out of the fog around you guys. And
Okay.
then we go to your turn.
Okay. I'm just gonna slice at whatever's closest.
Sure, roll an attack roll.
Sure. That would be my attack roll. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you managed to slice through one and cut it down.
Okay. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, Criella.
I'm gonna keep making my way towards that shimmering light.
Okay. You can make your way towards it. Is there anything you'd like to do with your action? Or are you gonna go your full movement speed towards it?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. So you can get up to it, and it's sort of like what you see is sort of like a faintly glowing blue like orb of light just floating about head height. And it's just a little bit in front of you.
Could I try to attack it with my whip?
Yeah, go for it. Roll an attack roll.
Okay.
As you whip at it, your whip sort of just passes straight through it, and it like flickers and then comes back to whole.
Okay, can I try to hit it again?
Yep.
I'm always
go
gonna
for it.
try to hit things twice now. Oh yeah. Nat 20.
So this time, as you hit it, you lash out with your whip again, and you see it flicker, and then begin to move away from you.
Okay. That's weird. I think to myself.
That's weird.
I think that's all I can do because I
suspicious.
moved all and
Okay.
I did my actions. So I think that's all I can do for now.
All right, we'll go to Edward.
I would also like to ride Tiffany closer to the forest.
Okay. I mean, you're on a road. It's like the road's maybe about 10 feet wide, so you like the forest is just on either side of you. You couldn't really like it would. Your horse could maneuver through the trees, but like you wouldn't really make any progress in any direction if you went on your horse and through the trees.
All right, I'm gonna go through the trees towards the light.
Okay.
and
Are you going to dismount or still on your horse?
I dismount.
Okay, so you make it 15 feet closer.
Okay.
In which case, you're still about 30 feet behind Criella. You're not gonna use an action.
Meh.
I was close to it.
Interesting. I never seen anyone pass up their action in combat before.
I
But
don't.
now-
These guys, they're coming back. If we take one down, they come back. We might as well just go for what's the problem.
You can try to shoot the thing.
Um,
I have no.
now I
weapon.
need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Sure. That I can
I'm
do.
actually.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Damaris doesn't have to.
Oh. Peasants.
Wow.
Roll your dex throw.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we're gonna see, Kriela. Now, 2 creatures are gonna pop up out of the fog, and each take swings at you. And you manage to dodge out of the way the first one, but the second one is gonna hit you, as it does 8 damage. As it sort of like lashes out with a tendril of fog towards you and sort of like slashes you across the face. But you take 8 psychic damage. And then Edward, one is going to swing at you, but it's going to miss. And then it's Damaris' turn.
Yeah.
Cool. Is there anything near me that I can shoot? Like, yeah, I guess I can.
Yeah, they're plentiful, target-rich environment.
Okay, so I'll be like, Elodie, you dismount. I'll cover you, and then I'm gonna shoot the closest one to
Sure.
Caro.
Okay. Roll an attack roll. Yeah, you put an arrow through it, and the arrow goes straight through, and you're sort of shooting at a downward angle, and you see the arrow go straight through, and as the fog dissipates, the arrow sticks into the ground. And then, unless you have anything else to do with your turn,
I don't see how I could use a cunning action or fast hand, so I am done with my turn.
okay. So, as while this is happening, Dave and Buster each continue to take shots, cutting down figures in front of them. Elodie jumps off the horse and takes out like 3 as she gracefully steps between them. And as all this is happening, figures continue to rise up out of the fog and move towards all of you. As we go to Caro's turn.
Okay, how far away is Cruella from me?
Criella's about 45 feet from you.
Okay. Can I try to ram through everything on the way to her?
Sure. Are you
Okay,
using like your
before-
dash action, or are you just running?
I'm gonna use my dash action to get to her.
Okay.
And before I do that, I'm gonna tell them, "Don't worry, boys. I'll end this." And I dash towards her.
Okay.
Is dash just double distance?
Yeah. So you
Can
can make
use
it.
my dash.
You can make it all the way up to her. And
Yeah.
once you do, you see what she's looking at.
Yep.
And it's sort of an orb of blue light, almost dancing now in the sky.
Okay. How far up in the sky
at
is this?
above head height. It's like
Okay.
it would be at a human's head height, but it's above your head.
Right. Okay.
And it's another like 10 feet in front of you, so you could get up to it if you wanted to.
No, well, not this turn. Right, next turn.
No, because you still have 15 feet of movement left, because you get 60 feet.
Oh,
total.
right. Okay. I'm gonna step in front of Cruella, and be like, "I'll protect you, puny tiefling."
Okay.
I am smaller than her, but you get the point.
Nice. And then we'll go.
And then I do my best roar, but it just comes out like a croak.
Nice. Criella's turn.
Okay. If I switch, so I have a hand crossbow. So if I switch to that, to be able to reload it, I have to have a free hand.
Mm-hmm.
Would it cost me an action to put my whip away?
I mean, you could just drop it on the ground if you wanted to. If you
Okay.
wanted to like coil your whip up and put it in your bag, it would take an action. But
Just like letting it go so I
You
can
could-
reload my crossbow.
yeah, that's fine. Or like I don't know, slinging it over your shoulder or something. Like
Okay.
you don't really have to worry. If you wanted to like coil it up and tie it to your belt, then that would take an action. But as long as you're not doing that, you're fine.
No. I'll just throw it over my shoulder. So I'm gonna try to hit that blue light with my crossbow.
Okay.
Let's
So
see.
you can roll the attack. And I had the ruling wrong on crossbow because you can only attack once with a crossbow in a turn, unless you have like a feat that says you can do it multiple times. But because it has a reload, it means you can only shoot it once per turn. I'll actually just double check that now. I don't want to be wrong. After. Yeah, so you can only make one attack. Like you can only shoot once per turn, regardless of how many attacks you have.
Are we just shooting it
Okay.
light, or is the light coming from something?
It seems like a sort of dancing orb of light floating in the air.
Huh. Well, I'm still gonna try to shoot it once.
Okay. Yeah, so you can roll that attack. So you line it up, you aim true, and you shoot. And as the arrow goes straight through, you sort of hear the twang as the arrow lodges in a tree behind. And you see the light flicker, and now it begins to sort of like dart around. But that's all you see from it.
All right. Oh.
So if you have nothing else, we'll go to Edward.
Yes, fine.
I make my way towards Cruella to get
Mhm.
closer to the light.
Yep.
And
You can get just up to her.
and I cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay, roll an attack. That one just goes wide a little bit. That one does hit,
Nice.
and as Eldritch Blast goes directly into it, you see it sort of like flicker quite aggressively, and then jitter from side to side, and you see it like zoom off into the forest and disappear. And with that,
I did it.
the fog begins to settle. The creatures dissipate, and the fog recedes back into the forest.
Okay, that was
Nice.
so weird though.
Can I pick up the arrow that went in the ground?
Yeah, can I get my arrow
Yep.
from the tree?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
for
go
it.
collect my Eldritch Blast though?
Can
when
I
go
check
out?
on Buster? Next
Yep.
session, I'm assuming.
No, we have a little bit more to do tonight, if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
I wink at Dave.
Dave is a little bit too tired and beat up to be mad, but he's mad.
Excellent.
How's Buster doing?
Buster's visibly tired but relieved that it's over.
Can I give him a compliment?
What do you say to him?
I look at him and I say, "You carried yourself well."
I
He sort of-
probably need to heal a little bit before we do something.
Sort of goes, like in an acknowledgement of your compliment.
Is Tiffany okay?
Okay.
Tiffany appears fine, and the horses do appear to settle down.
Okay. What's his name? Carol begins working out.
Just finishing the life-threatening fight, just immediately just starts
Yep.
for the pump. I love it. Okay.
I get in there. I want to get a little. Pump
So
on
the sun is now fully
Okay, we'll
set,
toss. I have a medicine ball, so we'll toss it back and forth. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
and the sun is now fully set.
Uh,
And
I can't.
It's like
He's
these are frogs, so all I can think of is butt. Why?
okay.
Ribbit.
Mm.
Why?
Ribbit.
So,
A little bit.
all right, we're done with that now. So, the sun is now down. It's dark outside. And the other group, Dave seems to want to just keep going to not be around you guys. But for whatever reason, they stay, probably too tired to finish the journey, and decide it's just best to set up camp. And I assume you guys will do the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I set up camp while working out? Is that okay?
Setting up camp is a workout.
Like you can like curl the logs as you bring back
Okay,
firewood.
perfect. I like that. Thank you, Will.
I look for a good tree to lie down on.
Okay. So, as you guys are setting up, Dave and Buster are like pitching their tent and lighting their own fire, and sort of not paying attention to you guys. But Elodie comes over to you guys and says, I think it might be beneficial if we were to combine our efforts to watch for the night, so we don't have to stay up so long.
Sounds good to me.
I'll agree to that. Yeah.
I wink.
All right. It doesn't appear as though she has any reaction to it.
I also wink.
These things take time.
So, what will the watch order be?
I can
Who?
watch.
I want to take watch around the shift that would be the same time of when that dude left and went in the woods in the middle of the night.
Okay, so like, yeah, sure. So let's say you'll go third.
Okay.
I'll go whenever.
Okay, so we'll say Elodie goes first, Edward goes second, Damaris goes third, and then we'll go then Caro, then Kriella.
Yeah.
Sound good?
Sound good to me.
Okay. So, as you all head to bed for the night, let me change. See if I can find a better music to set this scene. You all head to bed for the night. And as you do, Edward, you get woken up after a little while, by Elodie, and you take your perch in your tree. And as you do, as you're along your watch, after everyone else is asleep, you hear a slight rustling in the forest, and out into your vision slinks a tiger, a familiar-looking tiger.
Oh my god.
I know
have
what's
to go
coming.
see him. I go to my tiger.
So as you approach, the tiger sort of morphs into his more humanoid form, and says to you, "Hello, brother.
Tony!
How was your week?"
My week's been great, dog. How's yours?
Glad to hear it. It's been all right. Life is exciting in the Feywild.
It's lit, dog. So happy.
Now, what are you all up to?
You're
getting out in the middle of nowhere.
We're going somewhere. I've been being dragged by the ankle by these people.
No brother of mine would ever be dragged by the ankle. Are you seriously letting them do this to you?
I'm very much interested in seeing where this goes. It's very chaotic so far.
Chaos can be fun to be a part of every once in a while. He sort of lounges around and looks up at the stars.
How's Fae College, man?
It's good. It's challenging.
Met any cool babes on campus?
Not quite, unfortunately.
This is worse than tossing the medicine ball around.
He
Can we go back to that?
he stands up and he comes towards you and he goes, "It really has been getting difficult." And as he comes closer to you, puts his hand on your shoulder. He goes, "I'm sorry for doing this, but I really need my power back." And you feel his claws sink into your stomach.
Why would you do this,
As
brother?
he just looks you in the eye. He says, "It's beyond what you would understand." As he squeezes the life slowly out of you. So,
Like dead?
no one else is woken up. For their watch. And,
Haha, me when the life gets squeezed out of me by my Feywild college brother. Relatable, am I right, guys?
And as you wake up for the morning, Damaris never having been woken up for his watch, and Caro after him, and Krill after him, you find Edward's nowhere to be found.
Nowhere to be found. I suspect the old man.
Ribbit.
Hell yeah, dog. It was a perfect murder.
Can I roll an investigation check?
Yeah, go for it.
Damn.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary. Edward's things are intact. But his tent is empty.
I've created a new villain. We're building layers.
Not even the tiger pelt anywhere to be seen?
I think it's on my body.
Tell me the tiger pelt is there.
You actually, yeah, you do find the tiger pelt just lying on the ground in the middle of your camp.
Interesting.
No. Darth Vader, no.
But as you pack up your things, hoping to see if Edward reappears, he never does. And the other group of adventurers makes their way along the road. If you wish to wait, you can. If not, you can make the last bit of your trip.
I mean, I think the right thing to do here would be to wait for him.
Or like look a little harder.
Yeah.
Um.
We wouldn't just want to like pronounce him dead as soon as something bad happens to him and try to steal his weapons or anything. That'd be awful.
That'd be... What kind of sociopaths would we be?
Exactly.
Did he have weapons?
No, Edward wasn't one
My
to carry any
library
weapons.
book.
Yeah, but
My
Yeah, you
library-
actually along with the tiger pelt, his Andrew Smith
Alchemist
How convenient.
laid out on the ground, open to a page.
But is it open to interpretation?
What does the page read?
I'm not gonna pretend that I know what's on that
Quotes
page.
Harry Potter.
In number 8 Rivet Avenue.
Stop it.
There lived a boy.
Cease.
Anyway, if you guys stop and spend some time looking around for Edward, you can't find him. There's no sign. He seems to have vanished without a trace. You have a good look around, but he is never one to leave heavy footprints. It appears
Calling
he's just
fat?
vanished.
Why couldn't he have eaten more?
And ends the tale of Edward Milton raised by tigers.
So as you finally decide to leave, you pack up your things, and you make your way to the last leg of the journey. And after about another hour on the road, you see, you come over a hillside and see a town on the edge of a lake, surrounded by mountains and forests. And you know you've reached your destination. And that's where we will leave today's session.
Hot, love it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
Shit, dude.
GG's everyone. I'm excited for